Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Behind the Mask podcast, episode 3 already. For this episode, we had Hyper J, better known as Tim Karthäuser. He's a German player. He's right now playing for second to none. He just made the move for 2025. He's a good friend of me. We always have some big conversations, doesn't matter about what. We have kind of the same mentality. So I want to show you guys who's behind the mask by Hyper J, who is Tim Karthäuser. Guys, just make sure I'm not a German guy. Um, Stay calm if I pronounce his name not right. I'm trying. But yeah, guys, it was a good episode. We had some good questions this time. Some good conversations about why he moved, about his last performance at Globals. He's really on the grind set. He wants to become the better player. He wants to become a better person. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's not that long like the two before, but yeah, it's holiday season. He took the time off to make an episode with us behind the Mask podcast. So yeah, I'm very grateful. He was willing to take the time off. So guys, I will not hold you down any longer. We will tune into the podcast in a minute, but before we do, guys, make sure you follow us on all the platforms: Spotify, YouTube, and even Instagram. If you want to make sure your questions for the next person, the next guest on the podcast is asked, every before every episode, I upload on Instagram like a story where you can just ask all your questions for the new guest for the new episode. So just make sure you follow us so we can ask your questions. So you have a little bit in touch with the episode, of course. And yeah, guys, I'm not gonna hold you more. Enjoy this episode. And guys, for everyone, enjoy your holidays. It is the last episode before New Year's. Have a great New Year. And just guys, stay healthy. Make sure your goals you set for 2025, make sure you achieve them. Guys, stay humble. Let's tune in to the episode. Ciao, ciao, guys. Welcome back, guys. We are already on the third episode. It's Christmas Day today. But still, on the Christmas Day, I found a very special guest for today. I have Hyper J from Second to None on the third episode. So, Hyper J, how are you doing today?
How are you, mate? I'm fine. I'm hyped to be on the third episode today,
Okay.
and we're gonna tackle some fire questions, I hope.
Yeah,
So
we
let's
we're
see,
gonna
let's see.
we're gonna have a good conversation. Like uh, on the end of everything, we are on different teams. We already know each other for like maybe now 2 years, and every time we have a chat together, it's always nice. It's sometimes it's getting
Yeah,
salty, but it's between us. It's the relationship, but on the
it's
end,
normal.
we always have some good conversations about everything, even it's airsoft or even it's just personal life. We are some good friends, so I'm hyped to have you on the show today.
Yeah,
So
definitely, bro. Always looking forward to seeing you after the games and after like tournament days and stuff. To
yeah,
like have a chat later on.
have a chat
And
and of course have a safety meeting. That's
yeah,
very
definitely,
important.
bro. The
It's
safety
very
meetings are the
important.
most important. No,
Okay,
definitely, bro. I'll
first,
fuck with that.
Hyper J, how were your Christmas Eve? How was it? Did you have
It
a good?
was it was chill, yeah. It was like a normal family
Yeah,
gathering, I would say. Yeah, with the closest family members, and
yeah.
yeah, it's normal. You meet each other once a year, and you have presents with you and stuff, and you eat
Yeah.
together, and it's always a good thing to have. And I
The
hope
the
for you as well. I hope you had the
Yeah,
same.
I had a good evening with my girlfriend, with my brother and my parents. Yeah, the only thing I want to say is we are on a time where I have to say people are getting more interested in only the gifts.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
not just the gathering the family together and just having spending the night together and having some great conversations. And I gotta be honest, like yesterday evening, I came a little bit late by my parents. I'm always late. It's just how I am. Everybody knows. But we didn't did any Christmas presents, even not with my girlfriend. And I have to say, it was a wonderful night. Just having some conversations about, yeah, just how me and my brother were back in the time, getting back some old memories, what my parents never knew. Because, yeah, you know, if you have a brother or a sister, you always do some
Yeah, I get
activities
that.
your parents will know after some years. But no, I have to say, I had a good night. There were no presents. I was just having fun all together. And I have to say, I love this.
It's perfect. So you went a
It,
little bit further away from the materialistic side
yeah,
and
because
more into the quality time with the family.
because on the end of the
Always good.
road, the most important thing is just gathering the family together and just spending the night together on Christmas Eve.
That's what it's
Uh,
all about. Yeah.
that's what it's all about. But some people just give more attention to yeah, just getting the presents. They are all if you are going to the Christmas Eve and you know you will get presents. It's always like on one point once you had dinner or something, then the presents will come and you will see everyone. It's
Yeah.
always like, what will I get? Is it socks? Is it something else? Is it? It's always like this, and
Yeah, I hate that
it
shit. Yeah.
yeah, it completely turns the situation and just yeah the whole vibe because everyone
Yeah.
is too focused on just the gifts.
I mean that's not what it's about, and we always change it up for next year because we also don't want to do that type of stuff anymore. We just I don't know if you have it in like Belgium, but you just write names on a piece of paper and you
Yeah,
draw each other's names, and then you have like a value of let's say like 50 euros or
yeah,
whatever, and then you buy them something funny or something useful, and
yeah,
so everybody picks one guy, gets a name picked out, and then you can just go
yeah,
out there and buy something, and it's a funny little game. And
yeah.
it's not about getting like some valuable stuff, but it's just about the thought, you know?
Yeah, and I have to say it's a nice thing. Like my girlfriend did it once on their work for Christmas, just getting some presents, and
Yeah,
they did the same. And it's like a little game you have. You will
right,
not
right.
expect what you're gonna get and from who. That's one of the things.
And that's the
Because
main part of it, yeah.
on the end, when you get presents, it's always like if you get a present from your girlfriend or from yeah your brother, maybe they know something about you. But if you get a present from, I'm gonna say your grandmother, maybe she doesn't know what you are really looking forward to or anything else, and then you always get like useful stuff.
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna be honest.
That's
It's
where the socks come from,
yeah,
right?
that's where the stocks come from. Like it's yeah, it's just one thing.
Yeah, it's a part of it.
Just to make one thing sure, Hyper J, maybe no, not everyone knows where are you tuning in from.
I'm currently or still always have lived in Germany,
Oh,
and it's like a small town near many people know like Düsseldorf. It's
mm-hmm.
like close to it. It's called Münster, and yeah, been born here, been living here, been working here. My whole family's living here, so that's like my hometown, my home base, and from here the whole thing like started.
He will stay there, right?
Yeah, yeah. For
Okay.
now, definitely, I always had like I mean, I can be honest with you. I always had like the little thoughts in the back of my head about like maybe going closer to real strike,
Yeah.
maybe in Germany closer to the border, or even go to the Netherlands. But since we have like a family business here, and we
Mm.
we do like landscaping for the people who don't know,
Okay.
so we have like the companies here. It's registered here where I live. So I'm currently on the company property, let's
Yeah.
say. So yeah, I'm kind of how do you say, the guy that keeps an eye on everything when we are not working.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm kind of like linked to this. And if I would be like, okay, now I want to leave this and be closer to real strike, so I can train like twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever, and don't have to drive like 2 hours every time, I would need to cancel this and find
Yeah.
like another job, or maybe even change professions. And Yeah, it's a big step to make when you
It's
don't.
always a hard choice. It's always like a dream. Like my biggest dream is just to live in USA and have a life
Yeah,
over there.
same.
But when the first time I went over there, my thoughts completely switched because it's a real culture shock.
Definitely.
When you are used to the Belgium organization, just the culture of how it's going over here, how much help you get from the government on some specific things like medical stuff, or maybe if you don't have a job or things like this. So still it's a dream, but sometimes dreams stays dreams. So
Yeah, sometimes I
and
have to.
and on the end, I could do it because my profession is a mechanic, so I could work everywhere. My girlfriend is a nurse, so there's always work for us everywhere. It doesn't matter, but still, on the end, it's a hard choice you have to make. Like
Yeah,
you have to make the choice of leaving the family company, searching a new house, maybe searching a new job, profession. So it's always
everything.
about the hard choices. Like even for
That's right.
me, I live close by my parents. It's we I still live like 20 minutes away from my parents, from my brothers.
Yeah,
So
but still, you know it because now they're getting into an age range where it's kind of you don't know if they will have another 20 years maybe, and now you don't want to like leave the country and be
yeah,
like, I don't know. I read online some at some point you never know how many more Christmases you will have like with your
no.
grandma or with your mother or whatever.
No, indeed. It's
So
always very important to have
that's
family
right.
first and make sure you check in on family. And of course, with your parents, it's always easier. But even with your grandparents, I grew up a little bit with my grandparents, both of them from my father's side and my mother's side. And just I'm lucky. My parents are still young. They are in their 40s. I'm already 23. And this is also the same thing with my grandparents. So they are only like in the 60s. So
So you have some
beginning
time left. Yeah,
60s. They
that's
are
great.
still
That's
young.
great.
And yeah, it's just nice to see my grandparents just go in the new things of life, like finding out the smartphone or all the things, and we are always helping them.
You're kind of guiding them a little bit on the
Yeah,
way.
it's so funny. Sometimes they call me and they say like, "Hey, my TV is not working. Can you help me?" And we go over there, and then you see the things, and it's like, "Oh, okay, but you did this or you did this," but they don't know. It's so cool. If you are not if you didn't grow up with it, it's
It's
difficult.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
very complex because
Even for me now, bro, yes, sorry for interrupting you right now, but yesterday I was sitting with my family and I had like an issue with my iPhone with like the focus mode, you know, the
yeah,
focus thing, where you can't get called and it gets like silent in silent mode. So my little sister had to show me where to like
yeah.
disable it.
It's
Yeah, and
even for us,
crazy, bro.
we are
I'm
still
not
finding
that
things.
old, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
even
I
30
know.
yet, you know?
We are
It's
still finding things out. That's the funny
yeah,
thing of everything. Yeah, we are still learning and
it's moving
just
so fast, yeah.
so yeah. Let's go into the big first question, Hyper. I want to know, how did you get into airsoft, man? How? Tell me.
Let me think, bro. It all started, I say, at the beginning of 2023.
Yeah.
I would say maybe June, maybe in the middle. My cousin came to me and he showed me just like a video of an airsoft gun, and he was like, because I live very remote, I live outside of a city, and there's like, let's say, if I call the ambulance, it would take like 20 minutes for it
Okay.
to get here. So he was like, bro, you need at least some kind of like gun to
Yeah.
defend yourself when something happens or
Yeah.
some
Of
bad
course.
shit goes down, you know?
Just to scare them off.
Yeah, yeah. And in Germany, it's really hard to get like a license, or it's not that easy. And even if you have one, you only have it locked and you could never use it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he like pressured me into getting an airsoft gun. So I got like a Crytek, like M4, like AR type platform. And I just shot here in the woods a little bit just for fun and stuff. Then my cousin got himself another gun, like an AK or whatever, something normal, like milsim stuff.
Yeah.
Then we went here into the woods and we shot at each other. Like a few weeks we did that, like on the weekends for fun, just really for fun. And then he came to me again and was like, "Yo, I heard there's like an event We can go there and we can play airsoft and we can shoot people and it's gonna be fun. So we went there. I played my first Milsim event. It was like close to me. It was an hour away, I say. We played the whole day, and that was like my first experience with airsoft, like real airsoft, where you shoot at other people and have like teams and an
And
objective.
a real
Stuff.
like game
Yeah, yeah.
style.
But it didn't like resonate with me because it was too, how do you say, here in Germany, it's really like army, like everybody
Yeah.
pretends to be like a soldier and they're like shouting commands and stuff. And
It's more
yeah,
like
it wasn't.
military simulation, just like
Right,
this.
exactly. And it was like really long ways to move, and then you
Yeah.
see an enemy, you get shot by someone, and then you have to walk all the way back. It was a bad experience for me. So I was like, nah, that's not it. And then I'd say a few weeks later, we came across this Mr. Airsoft CQB
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Was close to me here too. But we just figured it out that it would be possible even, and we didn't know nothing about airsoft. We didn't have gear. I used like a mesh mask with like some normal
So
goggles and
yeah,
stuff.
just some safety glasses.
Yeah, just starter stuff, you know. We taped our mags to our pants and stuff so we can rip them off, you know.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
had nothing. We had nothing, bro. The worst, like AEGs, like electric or
Yeah.
not even that. I had a pistol. It was like every time you shoot, you have to cock it back and shoot
Oh
again, and cock
damn.
it back and shoot again. One
It's like
BB.
a one shot pistol.
Yeah, it was the
Damn,
worst, bro. It had
insane.
like I don't know. No, how do you say? You can't compare it to a Kappa or whatever. You
Yeah,
know, like
no.
really shitty, like 50 euro gun.
Okay.
Whatever. We went to the CQB a few weeks later. That where I was like, yeah, this is fun. Then I got myself because I'm like a crazy guy. I instantly went online after the first CQB event and I bought myself like a speedsoft gun.
Yeah.
Like it was like a red one. It was not like Monk or whatever. I think it was a German brand like Firelex. I think maybe you know it.
No, I don't know, but
But it looks similar to like the first generation of Monks, let's say.
okay.
So
With
I
cuts
got
and
that.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, with cutouts and with the OG ESG grip,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
angled one. You know that?
Ah, the one from
Yeah, yeah. The real.
Eurotactics.
Yeah, the
The
first
14
one.
degree. Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice. The OG
definitely.
one.
Yeah, I had that one on there, and yeah, it was fun. We played with that a bit, had a few CQB sessions, and then they started and started building a speed field.
Okay.
And it was like at the same time where I started to go online and make like a few CQB videos on YouTube and stuff. They got like 100 views or whatever, so nothing.
Yeah, but you still tried. It's
And we
all
still tried. We made like a few edits here and there, and we put some music under it. And the field was like, oh, nice. We got some people here who want to play Speedsoft. We are building this field, and maybe we can make a scene in Germany. And we were like really hyped about it because it was really fun. And
yeah.
yeah, at the same time, I stumbled on YouTube upon, I think, even from you, some videos. I don't know. I think one of the first videos I saw was, I think, Junkie, you. I'm not sure who else. I think like Cispeo or whatever.
Yeah. Just
Yes.
some regular
Yeah, yeah.
European guys.
You had some video in Real Strike where you played pistol, like at the
Yeah,
real beginning.
it was the very first time I was going to Real Strike. It was with I was still playing Kappa. It was the
Yeah.
very first time I was on this field. But I called it bad aim at Real Strike, and bro, I had
Yeah,
to
I think
say
that one. Yeah,
it
definitely.
was my mags weren't feeding at all. I had shitty mags. It
But
was a
it
nice
worked out.
experience, but yeah,
But even though you think it was a shitty experience, it made me be like, whoa, I want to play
it's
this, you
nice.
know?
Whoa,
I
whoa,
want
this
to
big
get in there.
field, and
Yeah,
yeah,
what is this, bro? There's people who do this like seriously, and yeah. Where would I been? Yeah, the field, right. The field was about to open, and I stumbled upon a few videos, and I was like, bro, we need to build like a team, we need to try to do this and whatever. And then Rex and Fives, I remember, they came to the opening of the field.
yeah.
They had like the real NSL layout, just a little bit smaller field, like the US field, you know, where we've been to.
One of the questions I will ask you is like the field, Mr. Airsoft, the Speedsoft
Yeah.
field. How is how can you compare it with like Real Strike? Is it longer? Is it wider? Is it
Now
smaller? Is it bigger?
you can really compare it. The guys who've been to globals, you can compare it to Extreme, the field
Yeah,
size. Yeah, I'd say it's a bit more narrow on the sides,
yeah,
and the max like distance, the depth is also like 5 meters less.
Yeah, okay. So
So
it's a little bit smaller, but on the
yeah,
end it's still nice. You
but you know
can
how it
play,
is. Smaller
yeah.
field means all the angles are different and stuff. You
Yeah,
know, it's
the thing is, like, my home field is only 4v4. If you play 5v5, it's too crowded. It's too small to play on it.
in Kill House, no,
And Kill
right?
House, yeah, and Kill House. So I saw you guys in Mr. Airsoft always playing 5v5. This, so I still prefer 5v5. So you have more guys
Yeah,
on the field, and you have more space on the end. Because
definitely. Yeah, I
and
like wider fields too.
yeah, so you can really
It's
do
better.
the running and gunning and improving your fundamentals. Because if you are playing on a small field, you have to run from corner to corner to make like a big drill to run and gun. I have
Yeah,
the
def.
so
And I think also if the wider the field or the bigger the ways in between the bunkers, the
yeah,
more the skill gap gets bigger, you know?
yeah,
Because the
definitely,
slimmer it is, you can see it in Speed QB a lot. There's just like a guy there and a guy here, and it's always the battle of these two guys, and whoever wins this battle wins the side of the field, and it's
yeah,
over for them.
yeah,
In
definitely,
Real Strike, it's more about you can see it, even you do it a lot. You play, let's say you play the home or whatever, or you're almost at the 50. Sometimes you just turn back around, you run around, you go back into the snake, and it wouldn't be possible at a more narrow field where you can
yeah,
get shot way faster
yeah.
from
It's
any
it's
angle.
it's also more difficult to place more bunkers on the field too, because yeah,
Yeah,
it's so smaller that you already have to play with four guys. You can't use all the bunkers what you are used to in like a real strike, I will say. And the
definitely.
sizes of it is way different. Like when I went to Sacramento, Sac County, for the West Conference, when I went over there, like the most of the Doritos were way smaller, and that is one of the biggest things that will give you like a way different experience, because you
Yeah,
are used to just regular Doritos, I will say, where you can really hide behind. But I'm not the smallest guy. I'm a big guy, not the tallest, but I'm just
yeah, I know what you mean.
a regular guy. So for me, hiding behind these bunkers was very hard. If you can compare it with like you are a skinnier guy than me.
It's easier for sure.
It's
Yeah,
easier. It's making it way easier, and that's what's making a big difference in the skill level on fields like this. So, but
yeah,
yeah,
it's right. I saw it.
having
I saw your video from there, and you were just playing the Dorito corner,
yeah.
just standing up,
Uh,
just close to the wall, and just holding your own pressure, and it was
yeah,
no problem for you. In
but
real strike, it's way different.
yeah, but that was the first thing when I went over there. The craziest thing over there is if you are playing on the D side, the D corner, and you are looking at your mirror, he can't see you.
That's
Why?
crazy.
Why? Because that side of the field was how I need to say it, was like going out a little bit, so it was coming
Ah,
into
okay.
the field. So the place we have to like run from our bunker to the side, we don't have it over there. So it's like really the bunker, and then you have the wall.
And that's it.
So you can't battle it only if you are like curving your BBs to the corner. But even then, it was impossible to shoot him.
And you can't go wide and try to get them
No,
outside, right? It's
you
not
have to
possible.
really step forward, but then you are already in the line, and
Yeah, then it's over for you.
it's way different. Like in real strike, or maybe just in extreme, if you are on the D corner and you are stepping out of your bunker, you can really fight him. Over there, it's not possible. If you want to step out of your bunker, you have to step forward or step backward. But if you step backward, you can't see anything. So
Yeah, I get
it's
that.
like a useless tactic you can do. And yeah, just playing over there, you are just standing over. Yeah, you don't have the pressure of your mirror, so that's a big advantage you have. So you are just standing up and just
You can do
holding.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, you are just holding down one key line where they can move up from the D2 to the Plexi Dorito, I will say, on the old layout. And yeah, that was the only thing I was doing, and maybe shooting to the snake even, but that was my only tactic, my only job I was doing, making sure they couldn't make it to the Plexi, because I know Jose guys how I need to say it, are more willing to go to the plexi than the Europe guys.
They're going for the pushes, right?
Yeah,
They're trying to
because
go for the plays.
if you say in Europe like we're gonna make it to the plexi, it's like try it, kill one of
Yeah.
break. It's like
Yeah,
it's
no chance.
everybody knows like you can be the fastest, maybe off break it's not
There's
possible.
just no way, no.
It's no way you can make it there.
And
So
still people try it though, but it
yeah,
doesn't
they
work.
try and
Yeah,
respect for them. But
yeah,
yeah, it's kill
respect
one
for
of
them,
break.
yeah. Well, it doesn't work. So G1, yeah. But what I want to say, I think that's a big part of it because you just did it with SAA. The ability to be able to adapt to a different layout on a smaller field or on the same layout on a different field. That's what also separates like the good players from the like
Yeah,
mediocre players.
yeah,
Because me myself, I would say because I'm not that long in the game. I don't have that much hours as other players. I struggled a bit with the US layout because it was really hard for me to adapt to the new
yeah.
angles and different like places to play and where you can't play here, where you could be able to play in real strike and
Hmm.
yeah, just, like trying to get that like on the fly over the course of a whole tournament. It was, I would say, for me, it was a challenge for sure.
Yeah, it's and I have to say for everyone it would be a big challenge. Like we all know, Savers is very strong on real strike,
Yeah,
but when they went over to extreme, they were struggling also, and that it's just because every time when there is an event in real strike, they are training damn hard. I think one of the hardest teams who is training a lot on the field, just having the playing time on the field, knowing all the angles. When you pop out on this side, you see this, and this. They are it's such like a muscle memory in their head. Like
yeah,
if you do this, you can do this. It's all about knowing the field and switching over to field you don't know who is new to you is a very big challenge. But that separates the good players from the bad players. And I'm just saying, like, not to be toxic or salty, but it's just the truth. If you can play on a blind layout and you play very good, it means you can adapt fast and you see how the field is getting played.
yeah,
Because that was one of the things I noticed in paintball. Most of the time, it's they have a layout, they can train on it. It's every event, it's a different layout. But once they had a problem with the weather, so they couldn't play the finals of the pros. So they had to do it on the next event. So on Thursday they played the last event, so the Sunday. So they had to end that event on another event. So the Thursday they played, let me say, the second event, and on the Friday the third event started. But that is
okay.
making it very difficult because it was the first time in many years they had to play in NXL a blind layout.
It's hard as
But
fuck, yeah.
it's hard as fuck, and you will really see everyone have their time to check the field and everything, but still playing on the field and noticing different angles while playing is insane. And
Yeah,
that
and
is
being
one.
fast with it, yeah.
It's all about adapting and just reading, or literally reading the field, how you can play it or how you can't play it. Like, what can I do with this? What can I do on that? What can I do when this happens or this happens? And that is one of the biggest things I love about our home field ASL one. I think you once played ASL, right?
I've never been there
No,
before.
you
I
never
tried.
been?
No, I tried to go there once, but I
Okay,
had like a
down.
minor accident there
Let me get you
with the
over
car.
once, man.
Yeah, I will come, bro.
You,
We have to
you,
set it up. I will be there.
Yeah, you have to be there, man. Because
Definitely.
the funny thing is, every event on it's always a 1 day event on Sunday. It's just a fun tournament, 10 teams, and you just play like 4 rounds of 1 minute and a half. So 90 seconds, you have a buzzer, you just have to touch the buzzer. It's just like NXL, no
It's like
flags, just kill.
paintball, yeah.
Yeah, just typical paintball.
Kill everybody and
Yeah,
push buzzer. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Sounds great.
But the one of the funniest things is when you come over to an ESL, nobody knows the layout. Nobody
They changed
knows.
it up every
They
time.
change it up every Saturday evening. So even if you train on Friday speed nights, it's still a different
Doesn't
layout.
matter.
If you come on Sunday morning, you will see you will see the layout as first, and then you can start making your calls, searching lines, everything. It's
Like that.
always like this. And once I started like my own team, Hakai, and we started playing the ESL because most of the time we always played. But the last events we couldn't because due to lack of time of players. So it's difficult to make a team. And
Yeah, definitely.
um,
I'll come back
yeah,
to that in a second too.
but every time we went to ESL, so on Sunday, I was there always 8 o'clock in the morning. I was on the field. Nobody was there. They were still starting up everything. First thing I do is packing out my stuff, putting it on the table, taking my drawing board, and just drawing the whole layout.
God
First
damn, yeah,
thing,
dedicated, bro.
First thing I do then is just making the calls, but with I'm just making it useful for my own team. We don't switch up the calls that much. Like even with the new layout, we have our callouts. It's very logical for us. It's so drilled in it. So I try to keep everything the same. So we don't have, let me say, if you have like an X, you call it X-ray, and then you're gonna switch over to saxophone. I will just say like some
Yeah.
random word you are like, okay, now maybe now it's easier to use this because the teams don't know. No, it doesn't matter. On the end of the road, nobody knows your calls.
No,
You
not really.
you have to see it, and even then you are not considering anything while playing. If you hear like, oh, they called X-ray or something. No, you are not considering. You are not thinking about what they are saying. Only thing what you are thinking about is maybe if they call any kills. That's the only thing. But
Yeah, that you can
after
hear
all
them,
call
but still,
outs, you
I
are
have to
not
say
think.
it's even then it's very hard to be able to differentiate your own teammates' voices from your enemies'
Yeah,
voices. And let's say they do also like English call outs.
yeah,
Yeah, it's always hard. And if you're like a snake player like me or somebody who plays like front, and you're always like really low or somewhere next to a wall or whatever,
yeah,
it's especially hard to even hear stuff. And
yeah. It's very
I
difficult.
I think people make think a bit too much about the enemies knowing the call outs and
Yeah,
knowing whatever. I
just
think in the heat of the fight, it's like a
don't worry about it.
minuscule like a difference. I think.
Just don't worry about it. Like the only
Yeah,
call out maybe you can understand is maybe a call out what they will use as a sacrifice. That's the
yeah,
only one. That's literally the only call out you will know eventually
at some point. Yeah, once you
at
get
some
like
point.
overrun 2 times, you will know it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like with saviors, bro. Everybody knows it's Audi, and then they come at you. It's like yeah, but now everybody knows, and they still like get their sweeps. So
yeah. It's the time of acting on what they are saying is completely.
yeah,
It's so
once some
difficult.
you hear it, they're already on the way.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
it's
So
already over. So, yeah, I think you can neglect that a little bit more. But where was I with my story?
you
Or
were
not?
talking about Rex and Fives coming over for the
Yeah,
first
right,
event.
right. The fucking event came down. They opened the field. They had like an opening event. Feist came down. He made like a little bit of ref work,
Okay.
and Rex even played in it. I think he went into a team. There was a few people there. There was like the SON
Yeah.
Sun Speed Division. I think Wolves were there with like two, three guys. Didi was there.
Okay.
D-Rogue from Wolves. Who else? Let me think. A few of you might still know like Honey Badgers. I think they
Yeah.
quit or split up or whatever.
Yeah. They fused with the boys, so it's
Ah, yeah, they're fused with them.
Honey
Yeah,
the
right.
boys. I don't know the name
I'm not
yet.
sure if they're even competing anymore, but we'll see next season.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, they were there, and it was like a 10, 15 player tournament. I was there with my cousin and a friend of mine. We were like the guys who made the KRS team back
Yeah.
then. Yeah, and after this, we all went home. And like a week later or 2 weeks later, Rex messaged me and was like, "Yo, we have one more seeding tournament at Real Strike, like
Yeah.
a seeding six it was, I think.
Yeah.
And we need like a filler team to because one team I think jumped off or whatever couldn't make it, but they already paid their fee, so we could fill for them, play it, and so sort of to help the tournament flow. So there's
Yeah.
like one more
And
team. So,
also just having the first connection and
yeah.
touch with NSL because NSL is way different than
Definitely,
so
definitely. It's yeah, so they came to us And we were like, yeah, man, we can try, but we are only three guys, so let's
Yeah.
try to find like six more people or whatever. And yeah, so we didn't even pick out people. We just made like a post in our little group where we met each other like once a week for the
Yeah.
like pickups and like CQB and stuff. We were like, yo, who wants to try to go with us to a restrike and play like a tournament just for fun? We are not going for a win or whatever, just to
Just
help.
having the first touch
Yeah,
with NSL.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. Just to see how it is, and maybe it's fun. Maybe we keep playing it, maybe not. Yeah, then we had like a team call like we have right now with Fives and Rex, and they went with us over like the major rules and
Yeah.
what to avoid and what to do.
Yeah,
And
just
they,
helping you guys because it's so
yeah,
short.
because the rule book is like this big, so
Yeah.
you are not like sure what to do. But they were like, "Yo, we're gonna be like a bit, how you say, not as harsh on you with the penalties. So just try to be at the breakout when it's time, and like don't do some stupid shit in between, and you will good to go."
Yeah.
So yeah, we went there. We made like some jerseys the night before. We just had our own little printing area
Okay, then.
at Mr. Airsoft. Yeah, we made like a few jerseys, the black and green ones you
Yeah.
saw at Ring 6. Yeah, then we went in there, like no strategies. We just had like two pistol players, three rifles. We didn't know anything. We didn't know what a lane is. We didn't know what to do at breakout.
Yeah.
We only knew, okay, you have to wait for the signal and then you can play it.
Yeah.
And in my
Okay.
mind, I remember it like it was yesterday. I thought, okay, once the buzzer goes off, you saw like people play before, like Terra Knights played before, Second to None played before. I saw these guys the first time ever. And people were sending BBs like crazy. I never saw that happen before. And I was like, okay, every like millimeter of this field will be like hot and you can't move or you will be dead 1 second of break.
Yeah.
And you can see it even in the replays. We were all playing so scared and like
Yeah.
always crawling on the floor and never standing up and never putting pressure. And yeah, but still, it was like part of the experience. So
It's all a learning process. Just to
yeah,
be honest, it's your first ever tournament playing NSL. NSL is very complex. Having a short amount of time to prepare, not knowing how to prepare for an event overall, like having callouts, maybe
yeah,
having
even
just
that.
this synergy, knowing what to do. Okay, you have a flag. Okay, what do we need to do with the flag? Like we need to touch the buzzer, we need to touch the wall, but how many points will you get? Is it
Yeah,
first
right.
try, is it second try, is it third try? You're defending, okay, you kill all five guys, the buzzer is not going off, searching for the flag, but you can still touch the wall. It's all like the small rules that are in the rule book that you need to know to play the complete experience of the NSL. So
Yeah,
but
it's a
yeah,
bit hard at the beginning for sure. But we had a lot of help from all kinds of different players, all kinds of
okay.
different teams. They helped us with our guns when they were down. They helped us with stuff we like made wrong. Even I can say, I don't know who it was, but I think Wolves even. Like before the round in the death tunnel, where you're standing there and waiting for you to, it's your
Yeah.
turn. Yeah, they were talking to us and giving us like tips and what to do and
Okay.
yeah, they were like all like really kind, and they knew that we are
Real.
new and we don't have a clue what to do, but
Yeah.
they
They're
were
really trying
really,
to help you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
out. Yeah, that's
definitely. I have to say, really friendly players for sure.
yeah, on the end, we are all like a big community. We are all here to help each other, even if we aren't on the same team. I know I'm gonna say like in our league, the Pro Series, it's different. It's way different because we are all on the top notch of teams. It's weird to help each other out, but still, we are talking with each other. We are talking about lines, talking about maybe positions or what team
Yeah,
the teams are doing. So it's all like in Pro Series, it's more like just having a chat with each other. But if pro players go over to like a Challenger Series, and yeah, like you're just helping them out. If you have some friends over there and you're checking out some streams, or maybe are there and watching it in personal, you will go over to them and say like, "Hey, bro, guys, what are you guys doing? You're just doing
yeah,
nothing. Come on, do it like this, do it like this, do it like this." So you are really helping them out. So it's
yeah.
it's 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 really
It's how it should
nice.
be.
Yeah, it's really nice. You got some help from everyone, having a good first experience. And to be honest, I saw some things of KRS, was it the team?
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah, I saw a couple of clips. I was watching the stream. I'm not sure if I was there. I can't remember
I
anymore.
can't remember either. I think Hakai was playing. Yeah, I
Could be,
know. No, no, I know you were playing for
could
a fact.
be,
Yeah, you were playing. I saw it. I rewatched the stream like a few days ago, and I think I saw you. But you
could
still had,
be.
I think, another number. You were not playing with the 47, right?
Oh, bro, it cannot. No, I'm since the day I
Always
started,
47?
always 47.
Okay, maybe it was somebody else then. But he had like a similar head wrap to yours, the orange one that you usually
Okay,
wear.
could be maybe Baptiste zero
Yeah,
five. Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
that.
But I'm always playing with number 47.
Always
You will never
47?
never see me playing with a different
All
number.
right, all right, that's on me then.
If you,
But still, it was yeah. How do I say? It was a crazy experience, and you can say that's where I like fell for it or got like the hype for it, the real hype for it. Because after that, we went home. We lost everything. We like made I think 6 points or 7 points in the whole tournament.
yeah,
But still, it set something off in me, and I wanted to continue. But the problem was half of the KRS team didn't want to continue, and they just didn't have the time to invest,
yeah.
or they,
It's still
yeah,
difficult to if you have like a family, a job. It's very difficult to
yeah, always,
contain the grind and just making sure you have the spare time and are willing to spend the spare time doing something with airsoft.
yeah. And since I was like one of the three guys who made the team, and like my cousin and the other friend who made it with me, they stopped playing really. They just went on the weekends, CQB and stuff.
Yeah, just for
Um,
fun, just to stay it as a hobby.
yeah, I was kind of alone again.
Yeah,
So yeah, then at some point I was just like, okay, guys, I will try to find a team,
yeah,
whatever, maybe a German team or maybe even a Dutch team or whoever wants to train me and show me more stuff, and I want to play this format. So yeah, I reached out, and at some point I saw like Terra Knights are looking for pistol players, and I was an M4 player until that point, and I
yeah.
was like,
I was going to say because the first tournament I saw you playing with an
yeah,
M4. But the
yeah, that's
crazy
right.
thing is, I'm gonna say you something. I really admired you seeing you playing with an M4 because you weren't scared to go up and just belly sliding and
Yeah, I
hit the.
played it
That's
different.
and even in the snake, like this is one of the biggest things. Okay, M4 players can belly slide. Okay, it's
It
like
works
sliding to the
sometimes. Yeah.
to the center of the Dorito. Okay, no problem. But sliding into a snake, really being dangerous to your enemy, is something I don't see a lot from a lot of M4
Yeah.
players. So I
Yeah,
really
it's kind
admired
of
the way you playing with the M4. Was really nice
I
to see you
tried
playing.
hard. I tried hard, but it's still in the end it wasn't just I don't know, for me it just wasn't right. I was always like the guy who tries to go to the front and get like the sneaky picks and
Yeah,
whatever. And yeah, with an M4 it's just you know how it is. It's just a bit clunky and you always have to
it's
like
different.
yeah, it's
It's
different. And
you
you can
have
make it work. You can make
yeah.
it work, but
As
a
an M4,
pistol yeah, it's just
the thing is, as an M4 on an NSL field of even on every different format, as an M4, you're more kind of back player, mid player,
yeah.
where you first make sure your pistol guys are going in front. It's just the way you can always switch it up, but it will not work
Yeah, you
every
can. It
time.
will not work always. That's right. And but
That's
since we didn't have a clue what to do, we just
yeah.
sent M4s to the front, and I didn't even have a pistol, never played one before.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's yeah, that was the reason. And then Terra Knights was looking for pistol players, and I was like, yo, if I try to play this for real, I can also try to play a different weapon. Why not? Just try to play the pistol.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got me like a starter Kappa, built it a little bit, like $100 or $150 in parts I put in it, so it worked like quite
Yeah.
well. I could shoot
To be
straight.
honest, even just buying a pistol, my first pistol was like a complete build. My
Yeah,
second pistol, I was like, is it worth the money? So I just bought like my secondary was just a regular high kappa, and I just made sure I had another inner barrel, other outer barrel, and another slide.
yeah,
So
that's what's enough mostly.
but even the slide wasn't necessary. You can just
No,
rock the
play the
stock.
plastic slide. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
just make sure you have an inner barrel, an outer barrel with threads, so you can play with the tracer, and
Yeah,
just play with it until something breaks.
You're
If it
good to go, and then
breaks,
you swap out what
you're
breaks, and you're perfect.
yeah, then you can
Yeah,
rebuild it, just spend some money into it, and on this way you can slowly get to your full build.
definitely. Yeah, that's what I can recommend for everybody out there. Just get a cheap Kappa.
Just
You
a
don't
stock
you don't have
kappa.
to go for the like 1,000 euro builds or
No,
whatever.
it's
Not worth it.
it's it's not if you are playing with the fancy kappa, you will play way better.
No, no. And even the best kappas or the fanciest kappas I ever held and I shot, they were performing worse than like plastic slides and
Yeah,
stuff. I swear.
it's like complete builds, and talking about like slide kits and everything needs some time to
Yeah,
really
it
work
can
fine.
work out, definitely. Yeah.
But
If
it
you're
needs
like a
some
techie
time. It
guy,
really needs to set into your frame. Really needs to.
yes,
Um, it needs to be shot a couple of times, like a lot of times, to until you come on a point like it's just going as smooth as possible. That's one of the
definitely.
things.
It really has to
S-
grease in everything.
But one thing I want to tell you, Hyper, after like the first event you guys played with KRS, KRS fell apart, not falling apart,
Yeah,
just people having other
kind of.
direction,
Yeah,
just having other intuitions with Airsoft and Speedsoft, I will say. And yeah, then you really started working out. I can say like every pickup game I went,
I
most
was
of the yeah,
there.
most of the time you were there and you were just
Yeah,
rocking. And I really admire like one thing of you. It doesn't matter if you came alone or you are kind of the same like me. In the beginning, I was just going over to the pickup games. I don't care if I'm alone. You will make some friends at the pickup games eventually.
yeah,
Just be open to meet some new people. And you really did it. And that's how you just came on the team like Terra Knights. You were really putting in the work, really showing yourself and just showing like, guys, I'm Harper, I'm trying to work, I'm here, I'm searching. If I have an opportunity, I will take it. And you really did.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
tell
it
me a little
worked
bit
out in
more.
the end. Yeah.
Tell me a little
Uh,
bit more about your tragic, your period with Terror Knights, please.
Yeah, definitely. How do I say it? I reached out to them or to their like Instagram post about looking for a new pistol player or two pistol players even. And yeah, I just messaged them. I was like, "Yo, here are like a few of my clips. You saw them on Instagram. I did like a few clips on
Yeah.
the Mr. Airsoft field just for fun, just to get like my name out there because I know these days you have to be like a little bit active on the socials.
You
So
need to show them like
yeah,
a small preview, like who are you?
yeah, a little bit because I heard somewhere if you didn't film it, it didn't happen, you know?
Yeah,
So a little bit of video material and a little bit of content here and there can't hurt you if you're trying to accomplish something, I would say, these days at least.
yeah.
And since everybody's got a phone or a GoPro or whatever for like I even got my first GoPro. The one that I even filmed today on is like a 40 euro GoPro I got off
No,
yeah, I got off
you
online
you don't
market.
need like specifically GoPro or
No,
maybe a
no,
run
just
cam or any.
get
Just
something, make content, and
yeah, just make
price
it cheap.
comes.
Eventually, if you invest more money, you will see really the difference. But
Yeah,
even for cheap money, you will get like nice quality of some
yeah.
clips.
I mean, even you can upgrade it anyway. So,
Yeah.
and what? Hey, one thing, if you guys get a GoPro in the future or whatever, the newest GoPros they are all shit, bro. They are just overheating and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, to be honest, I bought my last GoPro I bought was like the Hero 10. The camera I'm actually
Yeah,
now
yeah, I know.
using as my webcam. But yeah, the thing is with the whole GoPro thing, when you're playing with an airsoft mask or just a paintball mask, doesn't matter. It's too heavy. It's
Yeah,
very heavy. If you're using it as for extreme sports, it's way better. I used
yeah,
to
because it
use it
gets like
for on my helmets and everything. It wasn't a problem. Like you don't feel it.
no, it's
But
fine, but
for airsoft, it's so heavy and it's really you need to protect it because otherwise your lens is breaking or
yeah, that as well.
the front preview is also from glass, so it will break too.
And
So
even
it's
just think you play a final and you get hit on your GoPro, you don't
yeah,
feel it, and you get pulled
that's
for a hit on your GoPro.
the only GoPro right now I'm using for airsoft is like the GoPro Hero. It's just called GoPro Hero. It's like a $200. I bought it for $200 the second time I went over to USA. So I was tax free. It was
Okay.
nice bot I did. But yeah, I really admire this GoPro. It's very light. It has like a lens, but if it breaks, you can replace it, and it's
Oh,
like
that's
from
perfect.
Gorilla Glass. So like every phone has as yeah, their front screen. It's like from Gorilla Glass. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, and it's so light, it's so easy to use. And yeah, the only bad thing I can say about it is just it's an internal battery, so you have to charge it on the cable every time.
Ah, that's
So
a problem, but
you can't switch. But even then, I used it the second time in USA. I used it as my barrel cam, and bro, I filmed like
it worked. Yeah, I saw the
yeah,
footage, bro. It's perfect.
it's you can film in 4K, 30 frames,
Yeah.
180, 1080, 40, 30 frames. So it's nice. It's
Yeah,
light.
it's perfect.
It's working
I
fine.
think I should
So
check that one out next time I see you there.
yeah,
Just bring it next time.
it's to be honest, it's really one I admire. Like I used a lot of GoPros. I always had GoPros. I never switched to like I'm gonna say a fake one GoPro. But no, this GoPro is really one I admire so damn hard because it's light. It's cheap because it's only like $200. And
And it's
even
replaceable with the lenses,
it's
yeah.
replaceable. Still on the end, you still need to buy the lenses, of course.
Yeah,
But
but still, if mine gets shot, like I'll even use one without the case on it.
mm,
If mine gets shot at some point, it's done. So for now, I had luck, but the
yeah,
point will come where it gets hit. So
yeah, that's
yeah,
the thing.
whatever. Where was I? Yeah,
So
the
you
Terra Knights. Yeah,
Terra
then
Knight,
I went to the tryouts at Real Strike. That was my first time at Real Strike, like after the tournament I played with KRS.
yeah,
So I've met Zipa there, and who else? Let me think. I think Pyro was there. You all know him. I think Max, if you remember him.
yeah, the
Hey
ginger
Max.
guy,
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. Great guy, by the way.
yeah, he's a very
Um,
nice guy.
and who else? De Lucas, the guy who
Yeah,
was a prospect with me.
yeah,
Yeah, as well. Yeah, and then we had like a tryout, a normal tryout. Let's say I had to run the routes. I had to show that I can make the snake without getting shot from the other side. They put
yeah,
like two M4s on the other side and sent lanes, and I had to call it when I get hit or not. And yeah, like usual stuff. Can you reach your bunkers in time? Do you know when to go, when not to go? Can
yeah.
you hit your targets at least like quite a bit or not? Or are you even missing everything? They even stopped the time I need from break to like the outer part of the wall from Snake
Yeah,
because
just seeing what your endurance is,
yeah,
and
right.
on the end, one of the things I do a lot with if I having ever a tryout, even for the Nations Cup, one of the most important things for me is are they taking the hits?
Yeah,
That's one of the most
that's the
important
most
things.
important part. Yeah.
So no, okay, nice. So it was really like a big a tryout, like
Yeah, a big tryout with
fundamental. How are you? Are you fast? Are you flexible?
exactly,
You still
exactly.
they still knew like okay, there's still work to do, but
Yeah,
on the end, yeah,
he told me the same.
you had potential,
I
and
had
you
like a
did,
talk after. Yeah, yeah. He said like Zipa told me in the like I can say it here. It's not a big thing, I think. Like we had a one-on-one conversation after, and he was like, "Yeah, I can see like where you could go. I know that there's like a lot to work on with you, because I've been in the sport for like 4 months at this
yeah,
point. So I had like I say on this field I had like 5 hours playtime at least, or
yeah,
like at most. So yeah, there was a lot to catch up to, and yeah, he just picked me out for it. He just gave me a chance, and from that point, as you just said, I went to every pickup game. I went to every training that we had. I never skipped one. The only training I had to skip was because of the little car problem I had on the way to Kotrick.
yeah, yeah,
That's why I couldn't make it. But besides that, I went to every training, and even at home, I trained like every day after work. I have like a bigger garden. I had
Yeah.
some targets put up, and I
Okay.
just drilled like peak shots. I drilled like slides on wet grass and
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
all the stuff you could imagine that you could prepare for. I try to do to like really catch up to the people,
And really
because
catch up with the level of playing
yeah,
style.
right, right. And I always had in mind, like, I don't know if you know them, but like the first few YouTube videos that Max Swain did, like where he has like edits of the old Second to None, and where they like have their breakouts filmed in super slow-mo and whatever. And I always like pictured me being like one of these guys, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if you do this, you will go like all the way and you will try to be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Of
that's where I
course.
really like tried to grind it out, and I like studied a lot of YouTube videos and like lives, and I almost watched every live that is right now on the NSL page.
You
I
you
almost,
really you really wanted to be one of the best,
yeah, yeah.
and you
I
really want to
never,
put in the work.
yeah, right, because I was always, I'd say I've never been one of the best in anything, but I always knew I could be if I just found the right thing.
Yeah.
And if I really like put in the work, I could get there. And I've been there with like esports and stuff. Like I've been in the top like 0.5% in a few games online. It doesn't matter which ones, but it never how do you say gave me an accomplishing feeling,
Yeah. You never
because it
had
was,
you never
yeah,
reached your full potential.
yeah, it was just like digital, because
Yeah.
it was always like the stigma. As soon as you get up from the chair, you're just like a nobody and you don't
Yeah.
have any abilities. And maybe you can think fast because you're good in whatever Counter-Strike or whatever, but it doesn't translate to real life skill.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And yeah,
Indeed.
that's why I always like admired like footballers and stuff, because I mean they can like play football, but after they stop playing, they are still like fast and they still have good condition and they can still jump high and all this stuff. And that was always like struck with me, and I always wanted to do something similar. And I tried many different sports. Like I played football, I tried basketball, even though I'm like a little small guy,
Yeah.
like no chance for me to make it in there. But I always tried, and yeah. So since I discovered like NSL and Speedsoft, there was like the thing for me where I was like, okay, you're like 27 now. Maybe this is the last chance for you to make it in a sport, or in a sort of sport,
Yeah.
if we can call it. Yeah, that's why I just grinded it out and went to every training, and even at home, like I theory crafted, and probably similar to you, I made like sheets in Excel where I wrote
Yeah.
down after the first like pro series I played, how many times I died off break, how many times I died at which spot, and why did I die there, and whatever. So I kept making little notes and tried to improve my game at every
Yeah.
spot I could. So yeah,
You really want to be really put in the work and do
yes,
everything you can to be the best on the field and
always
reach the
tried that.
potential
Yeah.
you have in you, but you still need to reach it, all the potential, and it's only due to hard work you can do
Hard
this.
work is everything. Yeah, it's just always, and even if it's something so small as after your work, or even after you came home from work, you eat something, you do like a little bit of gym stuff maybe, and even after that, you can sit in front of your TV or play like a video game, or you can just stay in your like bedroom with your gun, with your kappa, whatever you have, whatever you want to drill on, and just imagine what you're doing on the field, and just go over the movements and stuff.
Yeah.
Even that, like 10 minutes of that every day or 20 minutes of that every day, it makes like a big difference over the course of a year or whatever.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, and yeah, the one more thing. The thing is, and since I knew that all the other players and like people like you and the old second to none guys and even Terranize like Jordi and Zipa even, they're all playing for like 4 years, 5 years, some of them even for 10 years or whatever. So I knew I have like a lot to catch up to. And
Yeah.
that's why I couldn't allow myself to like do nothing for a few weeks
Yeah.
at a time. So I just always try to grind it out.
You wanted to be like just a star on the team, Terra Knights, and
Yeah,
really prove
I tried to be
yourself,
there.
and yeah, just be one of the starter fives, I will say.
That was like the goal for me at the beginning. Yeah, but I have to say I came to the realization like really quick that there's like still a big difference between
Yeah,
like me in the first tournament with Terra, and like let's say whoever from Saviors, whoever I faced there, or
yeah,
I'm not even remembering who the first enemy team was, but I even got the chance to play like the first two breaks, and I just got fucked up. And
Yeah.
it was, yeah, okay, what do I do now? I just get shot off break. I can't even get to my bunker. I have to sit it out now. I still have to like hone on my skills a bit. I need to get faster. And yeah, that was the quick realization that came. Even after putting in a lot of work, it was
Yeah.
still not enough. And that's what I like, because even if you think you put in a lot of work, there's other players who do the same.
Yeah.
And that
Definitely.
keeps the competition high, and that's what I like about this, because
The
there's a lot of like really competitive players in this.
the one of the most important things of really improving yourself to the sport, any sport, doesn't matter if it's airsoft or maybe football, yeah, basketball, doesn't matter. If you want to become better, you have to play against the best
Yes.
and that sport. And if you are just sitting, just playing relaxed against some guys of the same level, maybe some lower, you will not improve a lot in a short amount of time. So if you are really setting yourself in a position where you can almost do nothing, but you are really getting um, pushed in a corner where you really need to reach out your arms again to really search for a new solution to make it
Yes,
work. It's only if you play against better people,
definitely.
and
That's where you grow when you're
that's where you really grow.
that's when you
So
are faced with situations where you just don't know what to do, and when you have
yeah,
to come up with a new solution for it every time. Yeah. And that's why I like the sport as well, because it's so different to paintball, because if you are watching paintball a lot as well,
yeah,
it's like these days it's a lot about just holding down some lane and just praying that somebody will run into it, even over a bunker, and you can't even see where your lane ends up, but you still just pray for something to happen. And I know there are people who run down other people, but that's like the starting and the core of the game. And in NSL, it's just like, even if you're 3 versus 1 and you're the last guy in Snake, if you play it right, you can still change the whole course of the game.
yeah.
And even with like one flagging or a zone 2 or a zone 3 in the last 2 seconds, you can change up the whole game. And that's
It,
something I really like about the NSL.
it's all about game sense and just having the time behind the gun. If you played a lot of tournaments, you have a lot of experience in all different countries. You will get in specific situations. You will see again.
Yes.
And like when you say you are in a 1v3, and yeah, you are just sitting there alone, maybe in Snake, not knowing what is going on, and you are trying to reach out to anyone else of your team, and you notice like, okay, I'm the one and only left on the field, play it smart. And that is
Yes.
the people who will play it smart will be the people who have a lot of time behind the gun and who have a lot of experience in this game. So
It's about like keeping your head cool, right? In
yeah,
the
it's all about keep your head cool, make the right decisions, and especially when you are in the snake, it's very important. You will never lose sight of your enemies. If you are
Definitely.
alone, never lose sight of your enemies. One of
Or
the
you will
biggest,
learn the hard way. I'm
yeah,
telling you.
but it's like one of the things when you're playing a 1v1 format or even the 1v1 and as all the bonus round. If you are playing a 1v1, once you see the guy going under a bunker, he's done. To be
Yeah,
honest, he's done
it's
because
over.
you are only with two guys on the field, you and the enemy. They can hear everything. That's one point. Second thing is you can't see him. He saw you going in somewhere, but he can easily run and just hold you down. And yeah, you are just not seeing anything. You are just putting yourself in
No,
a very difficult situation.
it's all about information and
Yeah,
having the pressure up, right?
yeah,
Having being like the dominant part in this,
yeah,
so the other one
definitely.
can't even get back to it. And
Like,
if you're like after the breakout and you're just diving into something, and the other guy, even if it's you, and you're just standing up and putting lanes on him, you know exactly where he is, just as you said. And as soon as you dive down, you are just so far behind you can't catch up again.
no, and the guy can easily just move from the one to the other, even from corner to corner, but you will never notice it. And he will surprise you just by putting himself in a very easy situation, I will say, where he can just wait on you. You will not know where he is. And even for me, when I'm playing, even behind the home, or doesn't matter which bunker, even as a pistol player, sometimes you will pop up, have the dominance, but at one point it's not necessary anymore to still shoot.
Yeah, right.
Like they are in their bunkers. At one point, you have to stop shooting to let them fall into your trap. I will say, because they see no lines coming, so they will think, okay, he's not watching anymore, but you are still scanning the field. You're
There's
not
little mind
shooting.
games, right?
You are still scanning the field. They will snapshot out and one ball and they're gone. It's
Yeah, it's
all
over.
about setting traps and just knowing and reading the field. Where are the people? Where is the pressure? Who is the biggest pressure? And all these things just connect to one tactic.
Yes,
So
yes. It's like speed chess, bro, with guns, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, it's definitely
Uh,
just putting up a good game of chess. I don't play chess, but I know how
yeah,
to
but I
play.
can picture it to be like similar to it, right?
Like
Just like real time.
it's really knowing like who is the most dangerous on the field from your enemy. If you know this person, maybe sometimes it can be two or three guys, but you always have one guy in one team you need to kill before you can go on with your game more easily.
Yes.
Like I'm gonna say right now, if I get shot of break, I still have my backup, Marshall. Marshall is really improving into my role, like being the communicator, having the overview of the field. But back in time, when I was shot of break and we still had only four guys left, they know like the game is a little bit easier because they don't have like the guy who's overviewing the team, who is knowing where everyone is, who is knowing like when to attack, when to defend, when to sacrifice, or
Yeah,
all things like this. And it's yeah, it's just knowing your biggest enemy off break, making
definitely.
sure
Yeah, but
this
that's
guy is
something
gone.
maybe not everybody can do. It's like something
Yeah,
maybe you and Marshall and a few more guys in the league that are made for it, but not everybody can be that kind of a player.
no,
There
and
are good like fraggers and there are good like strategic guys and all of that individually, but being somebody like let's say you or Marshall or who else? Let me think of even
just say Jaeger, cringe.
yeah, all
Um,
the like big players we are talking about right now. It's just their ability to play their role while also playing the role of all the other players on their field as well. It's something that separates you guys from like the
yeah,
normal like fraggers, I say. Even me, I think I'm more like kind of a fragger player than like a leader type of player. I'm not the guy who comes up with the strategies and stuff. I rather listen to something and then add to it, but it's always good to have somebody like you, Marshall, Cringe, whatever on the team
yeah,
who like really has the head in the game to be able to come up with plans like on the fly. And I think
yeah,
also that's something that comes from like longer experience.
yeah,
Because as soon
definitely.
as you like shed off the stress and like being overwhelmed with everything part of the game, that probably comes in after like 2 years, maybe 3 years in the game and many seasons of tournament play, then you can like really open up your mind and
Yeah.
really come up with detailed game plans, and that's what really makes you guys shine on the teams as well.
I have to say, like one of the things I invented. I just noticed about the whole team, just being a Speedsoft team, an NSL team, SpeedKB team, doesn't matter what. You can separate some people in different categories. Like you have, I will say, the biggest one is the coach. So the coach will make sure everything is settled down. You know what to do. He's making sure to read the field, what the team is doing. So you have the coach as head of the team. Then you will have your alphas. So your alphas will be kind of the sub leaders, co-leaders of the team, who will help the coach getting more information of the field. Um, just like yeah, really reading the field, being also like a bigger leader, having all the game sense, having the time behind the gun. Then you will have the sigmas will say just like the guys who are average good, I will say, who can really do their job, Like you say to them, you will do this, this, and this, but they don't say that much, I will
Yeah.
say. So they are just the average players who will do their job, who will still give you some information, but they are better to just make them do the job. And as last, you have the dogs. And what I will say with the dogs is just the guys who are very good players, but you can just send them out and really do a job. It's
Yeah.
like this is your only job, and you're gonna do this job, and it's just like a dog. Just catch the fetch. How do you say
Catch
it?
catch it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Catch it. Just
Catch
go after it.
it.
It's you only have one job. Do it.
Do it.
And
Yeah, yeah. That's mostly enough for them too, right?
yeah, but on the end, they are still good players. Like nobody is a bad player on the
You know,
team.
you still need them on the team though.
Yeah,
You need these
you
guys.
need all of these guys to make a very good team. Like you
Yes.
need some alphas. You don't need too much alphas because
No,
then you have big problems.
it needs to be balanced right,
It
like the
needs to be
perfect
balanced. And
synergy of it.
on the end of the road, everyone needs to show respect about all of your players and just everything. So,
Yeah. As long as
uh,
it's kept respectful, it's all right.
yeah.
I think
So,
that's where the people have most of the fun as well.
mhm. Let's dig a little bit deeper into your your periods on Terranites, because there is where you really invented Hyper J, who is Hyper J today, I will
Yeah,
say.
definitely, definitely. Where do I start? Yeah, it just kind of, I don't even know how it all happened. It just came like naturally, I think. I just spent a lot of time at Real Strike. I spent a lot of time with the players. I reached out to everybody. I wasn't like toxic to anyone
No,
or
definitely
was
not.
was trying to be like the cool guy or whatever. I was just, I don't know, the guy who you can come to, you can talk to. You always tries to learn something new about the game. And since I knew that almost everybody at Real Strike has more experience than me, and I can learn from everybody, I always had like respect for everyone.
Yeah,
And even if it was like I heard some stuff like in the back, don't talk to this guy, whatever, he said something about him or whatnot, and I was like, yeah, as long as he's like cool with me and
yeah. What's the
no issue
problem?
with me, why should I make like a problem with him? So yeah, that always like worked out for me, and I'd say every time I got asked something by a player or even like staff or fives, if when he asked me, can I help with reffing a tournament or can I do this, can I maybe do that, I normally said yes because I knew I had like a name to make in this. Still, I needed to like get on the map first before I can make demands of players or of teams. So yeah, I don't know, I really just put in the work. I grinded a lot. I was a nice guy to everybody.
Yeah,
I tried to help everybody out when I could, and I tried to give the other players a hard time against myself on the field too.
yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I always try to be somebody that is hard to kill and is like unpredictable. Always when you face them on the field, and yeah, that the first time that worked out for me was I think it was Pro Series 2 or even 1, where Saviors were just dominating everything. They were just winning every game by far, and they even I think the game against us they played like 41-0. They just bashed us. And
Yeah,
there was a break, and after the break, there was the next game was again against Saviors, like the pre-elims,
yeah.
pre-knockout. And then Zipa told me, okay, we have to switch it up. It doesn't work right now with Young One and Pyro. Tim, just go snake and do something crazy. Do something that we didn't
Just
do.
do your thing. Show
You know,
yourself.
you know the typical like Jordi route, right? You go
Yeah,
snake, whatever. You pop up once, you go snake four, you hold pressure, and then whatever.
yeah, and
It's
he's
like
predictable.
yeah, that's like the normal. I mean, it works if you do
Yeah,
it right and you don't get shot and you are like the better player. It works out like mostly, but against saviors and people like Cringe who hit their shots and who are not miss mostly when
yeah, and
they're
who
locked
can
in on
really
you.
counter his
Yeah, yeah,
attack?
they know what to do. They know what not to do, and if you like don't switch it up a lot against them, you will just get picked off.
No,
And yeah, so I switched it up a lot. I went to the hashtag and did some stuff there, and yeah, switched up a lot. And we came back. We even got like I think 2 hangs. We were up like 20 points or whatever. Then I was already like gassed out because I had to go full force against like Savior's break shots and stuff. And you know how they could be. It's just locked in. Yeah, then I switched back. I told Jordi what to do, and it was like my first like experience of giving something back to the team, you know, like
Yeah.
being like really like a key thing in something or a
Being
key
like the
player.
Sigma, I will say, like you're a good
Yeah,
player and you're Jordi is more like the guy who's an alpha, who's
yeah,
trying
right.
to be a leader, and you really helped him in making the job work. Like
Yeah, definitely.
his main attack was not working. He couldn't switch it up. You needed something special. You did the special thing because you are unpredictable. You are a new
Yes.
guy on the team. You
Nobody
are
knew me
still
before.
learning. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you at that point, and
Yes.
you really made your name right there. And it's just because you show them who you are. You can be going to there, going to there. Just be unpredictable, like you say.
Definitely, yeah, and it's like how you say unorthodox like
Yeah.
type of play because it's not how you say it's not about what the other players did do the last like 2 3 years and everybody's used to it because I was so fresh in the game and I didn't know what to do and what not to do.
You see
I
things
like
different.
yeah, I see things different. I like maybe I play some angle that you are not thinking about, or even maybe you're like, why is he playing that? Only like idiots play that and stuff, and you're not predicting it. And that's like something that can help you a lot in the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And yeah, that was like the first thing. I think we finished second place there. It was like my first how you say like podium finish in anything so far. And yeah, from there I just kept it up. I kept grinding. I kept showing up and I try to get better every day. And
Yeah.
it until now it worked out. I mean,
Yeah.
the last tournament was the globals. I mean, now the DSL, but before with Terra Knight it was the globals. You saw we played each other. You saw what we can do. You saw what I can do, and I think I'm on the
I
right
saw
path.
what you couldn't do.
I saw where I couldn't go. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, bro, sometimes I just pull up the video, bro. It's so funny, bro. Yes, he's just waiting, just sitting there, and I go because I'm like, okay, he's not looking, and the exact moment he comes up, shoots me, and even does like the hand sign, like, hey,
Uh,
and then I get out because I called a hit, bro. I'm taking it, yeah, and he's like, yeah, I got you, boy, I got you. It was so fun, bro. It was a good
Oh, well,
experience.
it was a very nice event. And
Yeah, man.
actually, I want to talk a little bit more about Globals, your last event with Terra Knights.
Yeah,
You guys had, unfortunately, only two rifle players.
yeah.
You played with three couples every time. You had a roster of seven guys, eight,
Let me think. We were 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? Seven.
seven guys. Okay, still more difficult to do it if you only have like
Yeah,
two
kind
M4s.
of, kind
All
of.
the both M4s had to play every round. It's a real benefit because you will really get to know the field way better.
Yes,
At some points, you will learn newer lines, and even playing with three kappas. To be honest, we back in the time we already did it before, not for a whole tournament.
but you
Um,
tried it before, right?
we tried it before. It's possible. It's really switching
You
up your game.
can.
It's like you say, it's an unorthodox kind of playing.
It can work. Yeah,
It
it's
can
hard.
work, but you guys had no other option. It was
No,
like
we
this
just
or
had to
nothing.
make it work. We
You
had to
had
make it
to,
work. We
and
had
you
no
really
choice.
guys, you guys really did it. If you are playing with three pistols, you can put a lot more pressure to the 50 and get there way faster.
Yeah,
That is just the
def.
thing. So you just need to penetrate the right zones of the field to get it work. And at some points it will work. At some points it will not work. But
At some points it
you
doesn't. Yeah.
really you guys really made it work, and you had the good rotation. You had like you had seven guys, so you had five pistol players. You had Pyro, Young One, you, Lucas, and Firepants.
Yes, right.
So yeah, the brother duo I really like. I saw them playing even on Nations Cup 2024. The brother duo is insane.
Their
Um,
synergy is just off
and
the
then
charts, bro.
and then adding like a guy like you, Hyper J, or like Lucas, it's really working out for them. It's like I'm gonna say like an elastic, like a
Yeah,
rubber. You
yeah,
are. It's really like you pull it, you lose it, and it's coming forward. It's like really doing this situation, going back and forth. When the first attacker is going forward, the second attacker is going over him. Once he's over him, The second, the
Next
first,
guy comes in, yeah.
next guy is again
It's
going
all like
over.
really fast paced with them. Yeah, I have to say
So
it works out. Yeah, but there was something I also had to learn from them to like adapt to their playstyle because
mhm.
like Jordi and Yanni, like they are just so linked in their mind. They just go for it, and sometimes they're not even doing callouts for it. They're just doing it because it comes natural to them, and you have to like kind of be ready for it.
Yeah,
If you're not from Belgium like me, and you're not like a link to them like they are from birth, I say it's hard to keep
yeah.
up with what they're about to do.
Yeah, it's really like getting the connection with each other. Like
Yeah, that's the hardest part, I say.
even the barrier language, the language barrier, or maybe say like the connection between each other is not as two brothers, of course, but you can still make it work, and
You
that's
can
the
make it
way
work. Yeah,
that's the way you have to find it, and you have to fine tune it to the perfect form you can achieve these things. Like really read. Um, how would you say body language, like he's doing
yeah.
this, and like you watch him from the side, like okay, he's
Oh, he's about to
going,
go.
he's
Yeah,
about to go, I need to be ready. Like it's all things like this.
yeah.
So
It
yeah.
comes over time. It comes over time. But what I want to say is also about the globals. It was the first tournament for me where I was picked out as a starter as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
before it was always like normally it's Jordi and Yanni on pistol, and then they switch it out with either me or like with
Lucas.
Firebrand or with Luca sometimes. Yeah, and before we had 3 and 4, so it was only
Yeah.
two pistols. But then, because a player left the team right before,
Yeah.
and so we had to fill his spot. We were like, okay, what we are going to do? And it was 3 pistols. We didn't have another choice. I could bring my M4, but I didn't
You don't
ever.
need to do it
No,
because
I didn't play
you
it
are so used
before.
to playing pistol.
I was
It's
locked in on the pistol, right? I knew how my pistol works. I know what to do. I know how to move. And changing it up right before globals and just experimenting with something is not that's not the right stage
no,
to do
it's
it,
not the
right?
right thing to do.
Exactly. And that's when we just played the 3 pistols. I had to really step out because I had to play every break, like almost every break I played this time. And it was a different experience for me because before it was always like, okay, Tim, you're going to play a round, maybe two. If it works, okay, you can keep playing. If it doesn't work, Jordi will switch in for you and he will like save your ass, you know?
Yeah.
So now it was like, okay, Tim, now nobody will come and save you. You have to pull through. You're like one of the 5 pillars now of this team. And either you make it work or we are going to lose the shit.
Yeah,
No, it's
it
like,
was really like your time to shine.
yeah, it was like really like my wake up call. It was like, okay, now there's no more mistakes now. I mean, you always make mistakes, but now you have to really lock it in. You have to really be like on top of your game. And that against like one of the best players in the world, or like
Yeah.
all of the best players in the world, I'd say. It's a burden, but I think I pulled through. I made it work, and it was because of the game against you guys on Friday. It
Yeah.
was the second game where we lost against you guys,
Yeah.
and we were not able to make it into. So I wasn't able to make it to Snake. I think even Jordi got shot by you
Yeah,
guys a few
Yori
times,
got shot. Normally, I never shoot Yori off break because he's very
but
fast.
you made it.
But
You made it work. You just fucked us up, and we were like, okay. We had a talk after this, and we were like, okay. I just saw what Yessi did. I saw what Mushe, Yessi, and Marshall came up with. They figured it out. They know how this layout needs to be played. And I was like, okay, tomorrow. I will not be the snake player. I was always on here. I will just be. I try to be Yessi tomorrow. I try to make like his role. I try to do as a pistol player
yeah,
because we need the support on the snake side. We can't have like two guys going directly to snake. It's just too how you say too dangerous to get shot. And even if you make it, it's the field. It's just a bit more clinch, and you're not
yeah,
not able to put that much pressure over the top.
yeah,
So you're kind of forced to stay low. And yeah, I just try to copy him. I watched every break you guys did. I tried to watch what you guys do because I knew you were the only team that figured the fucking layout out. And yeah, it kind of worked out for us. It kind of
yeah.
worked out.
So, and to be honest, like you said right before global, somebody left the team. But I'm gonna be very honest with you. Maybe it's gonna hurt some people, but what I'm saying. But actually, to be honest, this move needed to be done to find the determination from Terra Knights to make it that far. Because I
I
know
think so.
Terra Knights already for a long time. I know Tsipa, but by leaving the guy leaving the team. Well, I'm just gonna say it was Titi leaving the team. To for people who don't know, Titi leaving the team really gave fire into Tsipa's eyes and really wanted Tsipa really wanted to fight to win, to really win it and make sure Titi will get like how do I need to say it? Will get like a revenge on his
Yeah.
choice. And if this wouldn't happen, I think you wouldn't play that good. It's all only speculation. It's
No,
only
but you're
speculation.
probably right about that. Yeah,
But
it just
with this
poured some
this
fire into it, you
yeah,
know,
it
like some
really put
oil
it some
into the
fire into
fire.
you guys.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
definitely.
you were really we saw it with the first game, the Terra Knights playing against second to none. You really had the fire into your eyes. It was really
Yeah,
like we need to do this. We need to make it happen. We only have you were only with 2 M4s. You needed every time to play with 3 kappas, so you knew okay, we need to make it work. It was like this or nothing. It
yeah,
was one
and
shot. It was
we
only like
really
this,
tried.
and everyone had the willing of fighting for it. What made you go so far?
Yeah, we
So
had the same vision at that day,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah. We had a big talk before. We were like, are we coming here to like play for fun? Like let's say like we always do, not kind of, but probably people know that Terranet is not like the most competitive team out of all of them, but they're more like a family team. That's what they are always projecting to the outside as well. And we had a talk before. We were like, okay, are we going to play this just to play this, or are we going to play this to win?
yeah,
Are we really, really trying to win? Because if we are trying to win, there needs to be like a few changes happen here and there. It needs to be like, let's say, Jordi and Yanni need to play every break because without them, it's just not worth, you know?
yeah.
Why would you like not put you and Marshall on the field when you want to win? It's
Yeah, but
something we have to
on
do.
even then, I will jump in real quick. Even on situations like this, like you say, if me of Marshall isn't playing or Pyro or Myungwan isn't playing, it's difficult. But at one point, you need to do it because at one point you will get um, just sprayed under. Just
Yeah, it can happen
the
definitely.
other
But
the other team will have the dominance and figure out what to do against you. So you need to come up with complete different strategies.
yeah,
So really you
what
need
I
to
want to
switch it up.
say with this is like more like because it was a new field and we were not there before. It was like okay, give these guys or give at least a starting five kind of give them the chance to learn the layout while they play the tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you know it probably from back then or whatever. If you're only playing like one breakout, maybe two, then you sit out for let's say
Yeah.
the rest of the game. Then you play the next team and you play maybe even one or two breakouts again. You're not really getting into the flow, you know.
No, you don't
For
have the
me, for
flow.
me at least, it
Yeah,
was
no,
like
it's
that.
you're right, but still, at some point, some guys you can just put in when needed. Like
Yeah,
some
there
guys
are
don't,
these players that can do
and
that
that's what I'm
definitely.
calling like the dogs. Like
Yeah,
once you put them in, you know, like okay, you tell them to do this job, and they will definitely do its job as good
and
as
it
they
will
can.
work out. Yeah, definitely.
So
But we were missing those dogs at that point, I
yeah,
think. But still, yeah. You saw it. You were there. We made it. We made it work. We
yeah,
almost didn't lose, only against you, and the unfortunately the finals against
yeah.
East Coast. Yeah, I have to say, losing to East Coast, it was all right. I mean, it was their field, their home field. They have the most hours on this. They know every like corner. They know some blind spots back on the breakout wall where you can
Yeah,
just sit
and they
there and
definitely found their momentum back. Like
yeah,
they
and they
were really
found their momentum
struggling.
back.
Like you guys
Right.
found it really quick after our game. But for East Coast, it came very late, to be
Yeah, it
honest.
took them it took them a few games.
And then
But
they,
even the first game we played them, they had a penalty for the first, I think, three breakouts. They
yeah,
only could play with three people, and even with three, they made a problem for us. You know,
yeah,
they are like really like advanced players, I have to say, and you can really see that they are really putting in the work as well, and
yeah,
they
definitely.
have been putting in the work for a few years now. So yeah, they can only get better. So
Yeah,
competition never
definitely.
stops, I guess.
EC is a very good team. I had my last episode was with Tristan,
Yeah, I
and
saw that as well. It was
he's really
epic.
putting in the work. I already had some big chats with him, even in USA, and I really know he's really dedicated to the sport, and he's addicted to it. He's
Yeah,
really addicted to
you
it,
can tell definitely.
and he really wants to put in the work to be the best and one of the best.
He
So
really has this like I don't know how to say it, but when he plays, he's really like locked in, you
yeah,
know? Like you can see like every movement he does, it's just like around 100% effort put in.
yeah,
There's
definitely.
no like slow head check ever or like a slow peak ever. It's always full force everything.
Yeah,
That's what really like makes him shine, I think. And
yeah,
people
definitely.
underestimate that. People underestimate that because they, let's say they play 1v1 against him and they're like, okay, whatever, some M4 player is playing me because they probably not even know that it's him. And he just overruns them with the pressure and with everything. And yeah, people, it's a kind of, I don't know how to say, I think it's about falling back a lot. Also with the 5v5 format and the 1v1s. Uh, I picture it myself as like it's like two bars, and the game starts, and then you push each other in either direction,
Yeah, yeah,
you know. And once you are here, he just has his foot on your neck, and you can't recover from here. You
yeah,
know, you have to
yeah,
like against a player like Tristan or even you or Marshall, I would say, you have to from the start, you have to counter pressure it and keep it like in their field, because as soon as you step off the gas, you will just get overrun.
yeah. You really need to set the point, hold the pressure, and really push him in the
Yeah.
corner where he can't do anything anymore.
Like be the aggressor,
Yeah,
but
really be the
still you
aggressor.
want to be the aggressor too in this
Yeah,
situation, but you have to be like more aggressive with it. And that's where like the fine tuning comes in, the like the movements and how
yeah,
fast you peak it and how accurate you are with your first like two
hmm
three beats.
yeah,
And that's
definitely.
where it comes down to, because in the end everybody will try hard, you know, at
Hmm
our level in the like pro division, every breakout is full effort. Everybody like tries to really hit their shots. It's not for fun, and there will not be any like solo type of play. It's all like full effort, thought out gameplay. And yeah, as soon as you are the one that goes back a bit on the pressure and stuff, you will just lose.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
definitely.
that's where Tristan shines for sure, I have to say.
He's always 100% in it, no backing down. He's
Yeah.
like when I'm standing on the breakout wall, it's going to the end and not going back.
Yeah, definitely.
So
So either I get hurt or I win this. You know, it's
yeah,
like kind of like this.
yeah, definitely.
And
So
sometimes you need that kind of mindset to win
yeah,
games.
you to only if you are addicted to a game, being addicted will win over talent. I
Yeah.
can't come up with the right quote of it. It's like a right quote, but I can't find it in my head.
No,
Um,
I don't know it as well, but it's similar
it's
to
if you
definitely.
are addicted to the game, it really beats talent. You can be the most talented guy of any sport. If you are facing someone who is addicted, he will get you down
I
on
think
your
it's kind of
knees.
also like hard work beats talent or whatever.
Yeah,
But
hard
it's like
work
hard
beats talent.
work plus addiction. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, okay. Now we got like a good story how you get into airsoft. You really worked
Yeah.
your ass off. I want to ask you something about like the German Speedsoft community. Like I knew be living in Germany. Maybe you can give some more information. Like I know living in Germany is not always the easiest for airsoft
Nah, definitely not. It's
because of all the rules. First of all,
yeah.
and yeah, just Germany is
Yeah,
more
I can just give
custom
you like
based.
a brief overview of the German
Yeah.
rules and stuff. It's
If you want, just tell me,
Yeah,
man.
clear.
I
It's
want to
just
know.
if you come over here, it's like, or if you're born here, there's like a really harsh like weapon rule system here.
Yeah, policy.
You can't ever have a real weapon. You can get a license for it, then you can get a real weapon. Yes,
No.
but only if you're like a sports shooter or like a hunter.
Yeah, or a cop or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
and you will also have to pay money for it. You have to
Yeah.
get like many licenses, and then you can have one. But you have to like store it securely, and they will even come and check if you have it stored
Yeah.
correctly and stuff. Yeah. So when it comes to airsoft, airsoft guns count as weapons here, like normal guns do, and they are falling under the like weapon law. So anywhere you want to use an airsoft or whatever, you need to first be 18 plus.
Okay.
That's the first thing you have to do. You need to be like full of age. Then the next thing you have to do is normally when you buy an airsoft gun in Germany, it comes with a little marking on it, with an
Yeah.
F mark. If you buy something from the Netherlands, if you, let's say, buy a monk gun and you import it to here, you can do that, you will get it. But as soon as you put in your little engine and your trigger board and whatever, it's an illegal weapon because you are not having the F mark on it.
It's not
It's
agreed.
yeah, it's not like how do you say? It's not
Yeah,
approved
approved
thing.
by the government.
Yeah, but you can do what you can do is you build your monk, you do everything, then you go to the guy that can I don't know what to say. They can
Check
give you
everything
they can check
and
the gun, they can give you a license for it, and you can get the little logo on it later on, but it will cost you like 300, 400 euros on top of the gun. Yeah,
yeah,
and then you're like, okay, maybe I will not do that. So you're always like, I do it. You're always like driving around with like non-F marked kappas and stuff, and you can always get stopped, and they could take your stuff from you.
no,
As well as when you like go over the border. I mean, it's an open border to the Netherlands, but you can get stopped, and if they open your gun case, and they will force you to open your gun case, and they will have a look, and if you find the right cop, he will say, "Okay, I will compensate everything, and your stuff is gone." And
yeah,
since you don't have the F mark on it, they will not ask any more from you. They will just dump it into the trash
no.
or destroy it or whatever because it's an unregistered weapon.
Yeah, okay.
And
That's
yeah,
I know like this is one of the most difficult things to do. Just
that's the biggest problem.
I want to just play a Mr. Airsoft at once, and maybe just figuring out some other just fields who are there.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's one of the biggest things. Like if I'm traveling from Belgium to USA, I'm gonna say to Germany, it's difficult because I don't have the F marking,
it
and
makes no sense for you to do
yeah,
it because the worst thing that can happen for you is you come here, you get like a big fine, you have to pay like 500 euros for a fine, and your stuff gets taken and destroyed, and you have nothing left.
yeah,
Just for you because you wanted to come here and have some fun, you know? And
yeah,
that's also the problem because the speedsoft scene in Germany is almost non-existent. We have like two fields that have it, and on these fields, they are like I would say on the weekends, on a Saturday evening, there's maybe 5 players playing, maybe 10,
yeah.
and that's it. And that's it, really.
Oh
So
damn.
there's no real teams here. We have like one or two, you know them, the boys and
Yeah, honey
Sun,
badgers.
whatever, honey badgers, right? But there are
And
also little
SON, yeah,
teams
of
and
course.
stuff. Yeah, right, right. A few teams, but even these teams, they mostly train at real strike
Yeah,
because there's just no point in going to these fields in Germany. Once for the restrictions, and the other part is also we don't have a field that uses water on the ground and stuff. We just have normal turf, like dry turf, and you do one slide on it or whatever, and you have like an open forearm.
yeah,
And
it's really like
no,
giving a lot
it's
of friction.
yeah, it's just not playable. I tried it really hard. I tried to play it like I do in Real Strike, but you need like how you say, um, like a bike padding, you know, like hard
Yeah,
padding, because without hard padding, you will just get destroyed on these fields.
yeah, okay, damn.
Yeah, that's an issue. And since the F mark problem is there as well, not many Dutch or Belgian players will come to Germany for an event.
Yeah.
So the growth about that in Germany is just not there.
Yeah, and that's why everyone is just playing Milsim and yeah.
Yeah, right. You don't really need anything. You just go there somewhere in the woods and just play it, and it doesn't need to be maintained, you know,
No.
because when a CQB field makes like a speed field, they allocate like a part of their facility to the speed field, and if it's not getting rented or if it's not like making money for them, there's no point.
Yeah,
And
okay.
since there's nobody who wants to play it here, there's no point in making a speed field even.
Yeah, okay,
It's just
I can understand. Yeah.
non-existent community, you could say.
Okay. Okay, damn, that's actually pretty sad to hear.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it is what it is. The only thing I can say, like you are a German guy, Faust is a German guy, and
Yeah,
to all the German
that's a
guys,
good thing.
just yeah, try to make it happen. Try
Yeah.
to legalize it. Try to yeah, just grow the whole airsoft and just get in touch with other maybe Milsim guys who are more into this. But just make it happen.
Yeah, always try to
The,
grow this, right?
yeah, just try to grow. That's the only thing we can't do. Like okay, you have all the policies and all the laws about guns and everything, but on the end of the road, yeah, there's still a possibility you can make sure like the government knows it's the replicas you are using is just sports related, so it's
Yes.
just do your sport. It's with plastic BBs. So they can make maybe different laws and anything. So
I
it's
think,
like a big process I'm talking about,
yeah,
but maybe it's not for the first 5 years, but maybe it's for 10 years, maybe 15 years.
who
But
knows? Yeah.
it's maybe good for the future. Like maybe you wouldn't be able to how would say to experience it anymore, but you maybe will be able to make it happen for the
Yeah, for other
future.
people, maybe for the
Yeah.
future people. Yeah, you never know. Maybe for the
So
kids, you know.
yeah.
But I have to say, maybe even very soon, because I heard that there's some talks happening about the gun laws and stuff.
Okay.
And they
Nice.
are probably trying to like make it less harsh on the people right now. So you don't know. Maybe in the future we can see more speed fields in Germany. Maybe even a little league, a German
Yeah.
league.
Okay.
Maybe I can be one of the guys who set that up.
Yeah.
I will stay close to fives with that, and maybe even in the future, when there's an opportunity, we can take it and make something happen.
Yeah. Of
But
course.
for now, it's a bit hard. But
It's hard. You're trying because I saw there was like a small tournament not so long ago.
yeah, there was one, right? We tried to set one up, but also that one, it was like really like lower tendency, and I don't know. Maybe if you keep
It's it's
dropping
it's
tournaments,
more
and
like always the same guys who are coming.
yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. So
It's like the few, like the 5, 10 guys, they're always there. It's hard to get new players to do it because I don't know why, but normally where you could look for new players is like the Milsim area or the CQB area. But always when we asked these guys, they were always like, nah, it's too fast for us, or nah, it's too competitive for us, and we just want to play for fun and not
yeah,
for like to win and stuff.
it's all
It's hard.
personal preference.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Mm.
It's
I
maybe
think the community in Belgium and in the Netherlands is like for the competitive side of this game is a bit bigger. I think
it's
there's more crazy guys in your area, I think.
it's I'm gonna say I think it's bigger in the Netherlands than in Belgium. In Belgium, we only have like one field. It's growing, but some guys are leaving.
Ah, okay, unfortunately.
The thing is, we are still very lucky that the Reapers, who used to be a team, now quit. They are not playing anymore, but they are still organizing the ASL.
Oh, they still
But
do.
they are still doing this, so it's very lucky for us and for the whole Belgium community. But in the beginning, it was way more how would it say more interested for other people. Now it's more kind of dying a little, not dying actually. It's difficult to get some teams sometimes
It
because
lost the momentum right now a
yeah,
little bit.
kind of. But yeah, it's still we have our home field is kind of between yeah just France and the Netherlands, so the Netherlands can come too. But for the Netherlands, it's like a big drive. It's a long
Yeah,
travel.
it's the same with us, bro. It's just
For friends too, for some guys it's very far. But yeah, it's yeah. Some guys just choose one format, they stick to it. It's yeah, it's all personal preference. The
yeah.
thing is, where we are playing ASL is more kind of fun tournament. So yeah, it's just having fun, making things. Yeah, just being there for a day, playing against 9 teams, just having fun. No
Yeah,
BS,
that's what
and
it's all about, bro. And that's what I want to say as well, because right now maybe a few people see this, and maybe you can clip it for Instagram. If anybody out there wants to like try out Speedsoft and wants to come like either here to Germany to play, or even is a German, or wants to come to the Real Strike, just let us know, and we will
yeah,
provide you with stuff. We will
yeah,
get you a
definitely.
mask. I have many masks. I can borrow you one. I can get you a working gun. I can get you working stuff, and just come to me. Come to Musche. Just ask, and we will hook you up. We can try
Yeah,
it out.
the thing is, I'm always willing to help everyone out,
Yes,
even
definitely.
if it's just like getting you into airsoft, maybe helping you to a team, getting in touch with people. Just
Yeah.
reach out to me, and
Just reach out to us, and we will be
everyone
happy.
is always happy to help. That's
Yeah,
one of the things. So
definitely. Yeah. So keep
um,
that in mind, just.
now I'm coming to one of a bigger question.
All right.
I already know a little bit about it, but the people at home don't know in depth, I will say.
All right.
Let us talk a little bit about your move you did.
Ah, yeah. The big move
Because
right now.
you went from Terra Knights to second to none, the rebuild second to none. Yeah, you won. You ended up second place for
Yeah,
globals.
second place, right.
You had a very good tournament with your team, with
Yep.
every odds against you guys. So yeah, tell me about your decision. I already know a little bit about it, but tell it to the
Yeah,
listeners.
it's a little bit it's I say it's a small story, but yeah, at the like right before globals, I think after the last pro tournament, some guys from Terra came to me, or we had like a little team talk, and it was about who is going to stop playing after globals, because a few players already were thinking about stopping or changing teams because for different reasons. Let's say one wants to have more focus on his private life. Another one wants to like play with another team because he has some friends there and he always wanted to play with them. And another guy is just he wants to keep playing but not as competitive anymore. He doesn't want to go to all the trainings and stuff. And
Yeah,
it was just a big team talk, and a few guys, let's say three, four people, were not sure about continuing playing after globals. They all wanted to do the globals and then make their final decision if they stay or if they leave. And they came to me, or a few players came to me and said, "Yo, Hyper, I will be straight up with you. It's really unsure if Terra Knights will be there after the globals or for next season even. Um, it's better for you to like keep your eyes open and look for maybe another team, or maybe even have a break like other people do. You have to say see for yourself, but I'm just telling you, be open and try to reach out to other teams. Maybe they have a spot for you if this all comes to an end now." And I was
yeah,
like, yeah, and I was like a bit shocked. I was like, yo, oh, okay, I just invested all this like time and effort and everything in this team, and now they were just quitting or whatever. Or some people are quitting and some don't want to play anymore. And I was like, oh, the only thing that like separates us from being like one of the like top teams or maybe even the best team is just like maybe one more season of like continuous training and just stay with this setup right now, and it
yeah,
could work out. But it was just already decided. People wanted to leave. And Thibaut also, Titi, was already going with second to none at that point. And the other big player who was leaving was Yanni Pyro. You know
yeah.
him?
He's
Uh,
taking a small break.
yeah, he's taking like I don't know if it's a small break or big, but he said he will be away from the sport for a bit. So yeah, I was like, oh shit! Like two of the best players of the team are leaving.
Yeah,
Two other players who are maybe not the best, but they're still also leaving. So we will be like with no players for next season, and probably also not the same sponsors or different sponsors. Um, yeah, so I probably for myself, I was like, okay, I probably will have more money to pay, less playing time, and less training probably, because without enough players, there won't be enough trainings.
yeah,
Yeah, so I took a look for myself. I reached out, and we even had a talk before. You remember?
yeah,
Um, yeah, and in the end, I had a talk with Bert and asked him what my chances are with coming to second to none. Not only because of the name, and people always think I went there because of the name and only because it's like, oh, second to none, whatever. But more for me, it was more like about economics, because what is for me the best way to get better right now? It's to train at Real Strike Arena.
yeah. And
That's the
train a
only
lot.
way. That's the only way for. I mean, I can train at home too. I can train at the CQB. I can go to Mr. Airsoft, whatever. But you know it for yourself. The best training is at Real Strike Arena. That's the training that makes the most sense if you
Yeah,
really want to learn the layout, the blind spots, whatever. We just talked about it. So yeah, I was like, it's a no-brainer to go, because it's just, second to none. Hmong Customs, you have the best access to the field. You have like the most you can get the most value out of your time right there. And Also because when I came into Airsoft, I was looking up to the second to none
Yeah,
guys.
like you told me,
I
I
told you
heard
at the
to.
beginning, I watched Harry, I watched Junkie, I watched Bente, I watched all of these guys, fucking Thomas, and I was like, okay,
Rebel.
yeah, Rebel, I strive to be like them. And when I got the opportunity to really be on this team, I mean, everybody knows it's not the same team anymore. It's a different team. It's new
It's a
players.
rebuild. It's
It's a
a
rebuild, right? It's not the second to none from back then. But it's a new second to none. But still, I wanted to take on the challenge, and I wanted to like prove to myself as well that I can make it work without like big names behind me. You know,
yeah.
like a big other
You really want
players.
to show yourself like
Yes, yes. I really want
I can
to.
do it on my not I can do it on my own, but I'm
Yes,
becoming
right.
one of
Yeah,
the best.
like really prove myself, like without like being like how do you say, without having like Jordi in my back to save me when I get fucked up in Snake, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever. And yeah, for now, I think many people would say it was the wrong decision. Some people say it was the right decision. For me, I think for now it was the right decision, and we will see how it plays out over the course of the next season.
Yeah.
We just played the DSL. I've never been to the DSL before. I've never played with the guys from Second to None, and we came in second place. I have to say that's more than I would imagined. I would have imagined that we lose way earlier or get knocked out earlier because we have no synergy. I don't
Yeah.
even. I can be honest with you. I didn't know callouts. I didn't know the layout. I didn't know anything. I never played on concrete before, like on this bad concrete before. So yeah, it was also again something to adapt to, but we made it work. And I think the people will see after the first pro or maybe during the first pro that we can really be a threat to every team out there. And don't underestimate the new second to none because they got some killers on there, bro, and they can really make something happen.
Yeah.
Whatever you're like, how do you say? Um, whatever your thoughts about are about the whole situation, but for on the playing side of things, a few of them can really play, and I think that's the most important part of
Yeah,
this.
it's like I'm gonna say it, how do I need to say it? Kinda the team they built right now, second to none, is not built of all airsoft stars.
No, definitely not.
They really choose their players right. I'm gonna say they really implement like the right players who are willing to get to work and are willing to learn and everything. But on the end of the road, like I can still say, building a team like this will it's difficult. It's very difficult because
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go over to paintball. Like AC Diesel, they try to make a team better by adding some key players, like star players, like really goats of paintball. But yeah, on the end, it's. I don't hear you, man.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to mute myself a second. I'm back.
No, but it's very difficult to really build a team out of scratch, I'm gonna say, and really make it happen. Um,
Yeah, it's always a
on the
challenge.
end, I'm still curious if you guys are going to make it. Even you have a lot of odds against you guys. We are gonna be honest.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
just right.
I'm very looking forward to see you guys playing first tournament, and yeah, we will see what will happen, how ready you guys are, and if you took the off season right and you did the right things to do and you trained well. Every team will see at the first Pro Series. That's the only thing we can say. So, and it's for
Yeah,
all the teams.
definitely.
Even for my team, people can say, "Yeah, Hakai is gonna smash next year." I don't know.
You
It's
never
it's
know, bro. You
it's
never
it's
know.
it's it's all for us to decide. If we take the off season right and we train on the right things and we implement the right mistakes of last year into our off season to make the mistakes right, then maybe we can do a really good job. But if we are not doing the work and we are just sitting back and just waiting until the first Pro Series is there, we can't.
Yeah, it's over for you if you do
It's
that.
over. So
Yeah, already.
it's we will all see how ready the teams are at the first Pro Series.
Yeah, I'm
So,
looking forward to it. I think the first
yeah,
Pro is also the one that's the most interesting because
yeah.
you will see from all the teams how do they adapt to this new layout. What did they come up with? What like strategies did they cook up in their trainings and stuff? And I think
It's
that's gonna be a sight to be seen for sure.
yeah, definitely. And also with adding two more teams like DSD and Murder, who
Oh
is
yeah,
also
yeah, I'm
coming.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year. We have some more teams, some good. I think some good matches will be played.
Yeah, and
So
you also got like a new addition to your roster, right?
yeah, I got a new addition. I got
God damn, bro. I just heard it, yeah. No, I knew before, but
no.
yeah, I'm looking forward to playing you guys, bro, in that new like setup. It's gonna be different.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. Yeah, we have some good players on the team right now. We had also last year. I needed to fill up my team again. I'm gonna say because after the last Pro Series, we had to say goodbye to some of them just by choosing new hobbies and just doing different
Yeah.
things in life. It's everyone's own decision to make.
It's an organic sport. People
Yeah,
are leaving left and right and
yeah,
coming
and
back
people are
in. It's
coming in.
normal.
So, yeah, now I have some good people on the team. Some guys who are very young, who are willing to train hard, and who are willing to be led under my wings. So, yeah, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We still are not done. We are still figuring out some things in the roster, how we're gonna do some things. So yeah, it's not done yet. We are still
I'm
figuring
looking
some things
forward
out.
to it, bro. I will see. We will see.
So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good year. So I'm very looking forward to it. So I'm gonna ask you two more questions.
Yeah.
One of my biggest question is, what's your opinion about physical fitness for airsoft? And I'm talking about like you have doing snapshots, you have doing drills, going to the field, training with the team. But how do first of all, do you do some gym time during the week, maybe core stability, going for a run, maybe doing some bicycle, riding with the bike, anything?
Yeah,
Tell me.
most definitely. I'll do a lot because so I will start here. I'll do landscaping as my work.
Yeah,
Normally under the week, 5 days a week, normal 40 to 45, sometimes 50 hours a week. That's like hard body labor, I would say.
yeah,
Like moving around heavy objects, carrying stuff, and like placing pavers and stuff. That's already like hard on the body. So that's I think where I have like a slight advantage to like other people out there who maybe sit at their desk all day and they're
yeah,
not
definitely,
getting that much movement in. So I've always been like this kind of lean guy, always like the only thing on my body is like a bit of muscle, bones, and skin. That's it. I don't have to move any fat, and that's what makes me probably a bit faster in Snake than some other guys.
definitely.
And yeah, and besides that, I also have like a home gym here where I try to, when I'm healthy and I'm not like too overworked. It depends on the season we have. Sometimes there's more workload, sometimes there's less. And depending on the type of workload I have, I also do like 2 or 3 times a week. I hit the gym here. I
Yeah,
do mostly, I have to say, mostly leg workouts and
yeah,
like core and stability stuff because that's like the areas that gets used the most in our sport.
yeah,
So I'm not the guy that does like the full body workouts, I have to be honest, but I try to like prioritize a bit more on the areas where I lack a bit
yeah,
because I know
definitely.
if I train like my quads and my hamstrings and stuff and my how do you call this the calves, right? If I train these a bit more than the rest, they will come up faster, and I will have more energy to produce on the field. I will be
Yeah,
faster in my runs and in my jumps and stuff. So yeah, that's what I do besides my normal workload. And I think these two things for now are the most I can do without getting hurt or without getting problems in my joints and stuff.
yeah. You are really trying to work out on the
Yeah,
specific areas where you know you need
yeah,
them the
definitely.
most. And especially as a snake player, I was a snake player too. Back in the time, being a snake player is one of the hardest jobs you will ever do.
It's really
Because
hard
you
on your knees and on your joints and
because
stuff.
you're very low on the bunker every time.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's for the one it is, and for the one it isn't. It's a
Yeah.
really specific job you have to do on the field. But yeah, no, that's actually one of the most important things. Just with your work too. I'm a mechanic.
Yeah, you know
I'm
it then.
what
You know how it
it's
is,
it's
right?
it's not for a mechanic. It's not all day hard work, but
But it can be, right? You have these days
you are
where
still
you,
doing some hard work. It's like
yeah,
working on machines, and sometimes you need to put a lot of pressure on some things. Yeah, it's you are. If you compare it with the guy who's just sitting behind the desk, it's different. So
yeah, definitely.
it's way
That's,
healthier. I'm not gonna say healthier because the things I'm doing is not always healthy.
yeah, we are gonna get fucked up anyway, so
Yeah.
at some
So,
point.
but
But
on the end, you are still doing putting the work in for your body,
yes,
making sure your body is healthy, working on the right things, the right areas, and yeah, one of
always
the
trying to improve, right? And when I can't do it because I say I have a bit of a pain in my lower back from working or whatever, I at least try to practice some peak shots. Like I go to my door frame and
yeah
I vision myself being at a bunker or whatever, and then I try to just do peak shots, or I try to like really focus my mind on my balance and stuff. I try to sit on one knee on the ground and just try to like fall to the side and just hold it there so I don't fall over, you know? So
yeah
it just builds muscle memory in the body
yeah
and stuff.
definitely.
Yeah, so it's kind of
Okay.
cool. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It makes fun to improve and to get better in this.
Yeah, okay, nice. It's
Definitely.
really like doing the specific movements of really
Yeah,
playing.
yeah. If you want
And
to become one of the best, you have to put in the work. And
yeah, definitely.
also at home, and there's no excuses for like not doing 10 minutes or 15 minutes of a workout in between
No.
when you have some time. It's something you should do if you want to improve, definitely.
Definitely. So, um, I got one more question, then we're gonna switch over to the people's questions.
All right.
How important is creating content for you? Because I know you're also trying to make out some content, filming some things, trying to make some edits. How important is that for you? How much work do you put in? Is it like I want to make
Yeah.
sure at least once a month I make sure there's one clip so
Yeah, I have
people,
the same approach.
yeah,
It doesn't always work, you know
yeah,
how it is with the real life and stuff. But I don't know. You know how it is. If you upload to Instagram, it's just you can only grow in the airsoft niche, like only like it's only for the guys at Real Strike, maybe for some of the US players who see it. And for me it's just like a type of a like how do you say like writing a diary, is it right, the right
yeah,
word,
yeah,
diary?
yeah,
Yeah, it's just like a video diary or like a vlog type of thing for me. I just film a bit here and there, I make a few clips, I try to make it look cool so I think it's cool,
yeah,
and yeah, then I upload it mostly so I enjoy it because
yeah. If you
I
like
like
it,
to, yeah, I
yeah,
like to watch it back. I like to like cut it so it looks cool, and then I enjoy to rewatch it with my friends and
yeah,
stuff and with my cousin and stuff. And that's the main reason why I do it.
yeah.
And like
It's
on the side, it also helps you with getting known in the
yeah,
how do you say, in the
definitely.
sport. People know your name at some point because they stumbled upon a few of your videos. I'm not sure about making money from it. I think it's almost impossible in this field that we are in to make money from clips on Instagram or even
From
on,
clips from Instagram, it will be more
yeah,
difficult. You need a larger reach.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, you can do some other things
I mean, there
like
are a few channels, yeah, right? Like, I don't know, Valiant or I don't know the other guys, but there are a few channels that have like a million subs or half a million subs. They probably make good money from it, but they are also mostly based in the US and
mhm.
the audience is just way bigger.
Oh,
So,
even here in the Netherlands, we have the one guy Mos.
yeah, he got a
Who
few, right?
he became very big because of just uploading
Yeah, he
clips
just
on
grinded it
YouTube,
out.
Instagram, TikTok, just making sure, and it's just CKB, but just take people with you. Just take them with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Make yourself known by the players. Be active. Get in
Definitely,
touch
yes.
with people, just be friendly to everyone, don't be a dick, and yeah,
Yeah, I
eventually
think
it
it's
will come.
it's
Eventually
more
people will
about
get to know you.
enjoying the
Yeah.
process of it, you know, enjoying filming, enjoying like having memories like on video. Like we have some clips that I did where we talk in the dev tunnel before, and I edit into the
Yeah.
clip and stuff. And I mean, you like it when you see it. You see
Yeah,
yourself in the
definitely.
video that you didn't even make yourself. You know, you're like, oh, cool, that's me. And some other guys also see themselves the first time on a videotape, maybe, and they're like, oh, look, that's me as well. And it's just fun for everybody. It just grows the sport a bit. It keeps bringing new players into the sport, and as long as
Yeah.
it grows and more sponsors coming in and more people are coming in, I can only win from that, you know. So
Yeah.
I'll do it for myself to have like a little collection of what I did in this sport. And as soon as it stops making fun for me, I will stop doing content. But
Yeah.
for now,
As
it makes
long
fun, and
as long as you enjoy it and doing it,
yeah,
that's the most
as
important
long
thing.
as it's
So,
like that, I will keep doing that for sure.
okay. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go over to the people's questions.
All right, let's go then.
Like I said, we have a few, not as much as last time, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It was a close call.
All right.
But we have some good ones. The first one is from Jesse, Jesse from your team. Uh, he's asking you, what are your personal ambitions and goals this year?
For this year, I think because of the move I just made and the move that Jesse just made too. He's in the same position as I am right now. I think it's about proving to everybody that we can make it work without the team we are used to. Making it work without having the time and the experience behind us, and like really try to shine as an individual player. I
Yeah.
think this is the time for us where we need to really like
Show yourself as an alpha, I will say.
yes, yes. As you said, like be the alpha on the team, be the guy that goes for the plays, be the guy that is not scared to go for something. And I think that's the right route for me right now to grow,
Yeah.
and maybe even for him too. I can't speak for him, but I think he's similar to me, and I think for us too, it can work out. And you never know what the future brings, so it's
No,
not.
that's the thing. It's like your own personal yeah, project you want to
Yes,
try
definitely,
out and just see how it goes. And if yeah, you will see how it works out.
exactly. We will see what the
So
future brings for us.
indeed, so you can only work hard and let the results speak for itself.
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's right.
I have a next one from Hefe Airsoft. He
God
asked
damn.
he asked you guys. He asked you, what did you think about the AP ones from last globals? But you didn't play for second on yet, so you didn't
No, I
play with the
didn't.
AP
I
ones.
didn't. I didn't have one yet. I didn't
Um,
touch one yet. I held one before in my life, and
okay,
I wasn't happy with it. And from there, I never held one again.
okay,
But Hefe, this goes to you. If you
yeah,
come to Real Strike and you bring a good tuned AAP, I will try it, and I
yeah.
will give you an honest opinion.
Okay, that's actually I was going to ask you what do you general think about AP1, but actually
I can't
that's
tell anything. I can't
no.
hate on them, and I can't say they are good or even better than anything. But I never
You
played them.
still
So
need to figure it out for
yeah,
yourself.
I have
So
to. I have to get one of my hands on.
okay,
So
fair
after
point.
that,
Fair point.
we can talk about it.
Okay. Next one is from Rush Olix. First question he asked is why are you such a GOAT player?
Yeah, I wouldn't say goat, but I'm getting there. Maybe in the next few years.
You're working hard. You're very
I'm
working
working
hard.
hard to become that at some point, but I would say there's a few other players who should be the goat right now.
Okay, fair point. I appreciate your honesty.
But the goal is
Um,
there, definitely,
the
definitely.
goal is there. That's the goal you need to achieve, right? You
Yep,
need
always
if you
grind.
want to become the best, you need to become the best, and
Yes, yes.
it's you against you. That's the
And
only
you also
thing.
need to believe that you can
Yeah,
become the best.
definitely need to believe it. I have another one from Rush Olix. Who was your biggest inspiration growing into the sport as a beginning player?
Bro, I have to say, I'm honest with right now. The guy I was always looking up to was Rebel. And right after is Bente, because they both of them, what they did at the very early stages of the game and how good and how like advanced they already were. I
Yeah.
can't speak for rifle players because they are rifle players also like they are crazy and you know Junkie, you know all these guys, they are insane with it. But I won't talk on them. I will just talk on Rebel and Bente because Rebel is just the first time you see him, like how he moves and how he like uses his body and he says way different than all the other guys. It's just I don't know. His movements are different. He's like way,
He's on another level.
yeah, he's on another like way different. Like I would say he's 50% above everybody else.
Yeah,
It's just he's
definitely.
so calm with the movements. He knows exactly where to look. He knows exactly what to do at what moment, and he figured the game out like
Yeah.
completely. And that's who I always like looked up to. And I even had one training with him. That was
Okay.
the first time I like met him. Was we had a training with Terra Knights against Second to None last season when they were still like kind of together. And yeah, that's where I even shot Bente once, and that was like in training. I was like, damn, I just killed Bente one time. I
Okay.
got bunkered like 5 times by him, but I shot him one time, and I was like, he's human. He's like, I can kill him. It
Okay.
works. So that's
Okay.
where I was like, okay, you can get there maybe at some
Yeah.
point.
I have to say, like, I played with both of them on 2023 Nations Cup.
You play with them, right?
I
Holy
played with
shit!
most of the time. I played with Rebel because yeah, I was in the defense. Banta was in offense. But yeah, playing with Rebel is I know him also like a personal friend. I don't know him that good, but we went to the same gym at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a really great personality and a very good player. A lot of people look up to him, and still is like
yeah,
one
hands down.
of the guys, one of the
I
best
have to
pistol
say, hands
players.
down, the best pistol
Yeah,
player in the
on
game.
the D side,
And
on
I
the
have
D
to
side.
say, yeah,
And if we have to go over to the snake side, it will probably be Bente because Bente
probably, yeah.
is he's he's also such a good player. He's communicating a little bit better
He's
than
also
Rebel.
way too athletic with it. That's the main
He's
thing he
so
has.
damn fast. It's insane.
Yeah. Mm,
He is gonna achieve some great things
yeah.
still because I
But I have
saw
to say
his
credit where credit is due. These guys, these two. And yeah, also Junkie on pistol is also something
yeah.
that's just crazy.
Yeah, last Friday, I played against him. He was there were speed nights in Kortrijk,
Oh,
Kill
yeah.
House.
I saw, I think it was a DVA, the
Yeah, he
DVA,
was playing with the
all
DVS
right?
jersey.
Yeah,
He
I
was
saw that.
playing with pistol. He also played with M4, but yeah, he's a really good player with pistol, even with
Yeah,
M4.
they
It's
are just a different breed. But
yeah,
it comes down to experience, bro. They
yeah,
are playing for 15 years or 10 or whatever.
yeah.
Like double digits, you know?
Hmm.
It's different, bro. It's different.
It's real different. So, okay. I have a question from Amin, Speed QB. What are
Uh,
your thoughts on the new layout? Did you already play
Phew.
it?
I didn't play it yet. I had a
Bro,
like I was on the field. I had a walk
bro.
on. Yeah, like after DSL now we had a how do you say like a break time. We are going into training right this weekend again. So I will get my hours on the field this weekend. And I've been there. I filmed a lot. I checked all the angles that I need to check. And I have to say, I'm looking forward to this layout because it opens up a lot of more possibilities for snake players.
No.
In the last layout was really straightforward. There was like two, maybe three ways you could play the snake as a snake player, and now it's like you have, I would say, like 10 different options on what
Yeah.
you're going to do.
It's really different
Yeah.
seeing them. It's gonna be a very interesting year, even for the whole 50 lane,
Yes, yes,
the snake
definitely.
side. It's gonna be nice year.
But I
Uh,
also think a lot of players are mistaken because they say, or I heard that people say M4s will be really weak now and they will have problems and
bro,
stuff.
they are
I
just
think
fucking
M4s
pussies.
will still be,
Bro, they are just
yeah,
fucking pussies.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, they
gonna
will
say it like
still
this.
be
I already
crazy.
trained 2 times on it. They are still fucking pussies.
It's still insane, right?
The only
M4s are
thing
still crazy.
I I don't like too much about the layout is like the double towers.
Yeah,
When
that's a
I
bit
put my
weird.
gun like this, it doesn't fit. I can't go through the fucking yeah the fucking
No
pillars.
way.
My gun is too big.
Ah, okay, that's not good. No.
So
But it's good for a pistol.
yeah, it's good for a pistol. But if I
Yeah.
want to search like for angles, I can't, because if I do like, if I
Yeah,
switch
there's
it
no
like this,
point.
it's yeah. No, it's gonna be a good year, and like you say, like I'm forced saying it's gonna be Kappa dominant. Yeah, still, you will
It
see.
will be, but it will still be
Just,
just as
just,
good for M4.
just stop being a pussy, and yeah,
Yeah.
just go
Adapt.
for
You
it.
have to adapt, like switch it up and find a
Yeah.
way to make it work, right?
The thing is, like back in the time, I used to be when I was still on Seven Sins. I used to be like a pistol player, the main pistol player, flag runner,
Yeah.
snake player. So I was the youngest guy on the team with the pistol. So I was always like, you go run for it. I was the most athletic one. So yeah, but on the end of it, I was injured once. So I switched from pistol to M4, so I could still train, but keep it to a little bit slower paced.
Yeah.
And first event we came up was playing the first round with an M4. I remember it until this day. After we played the game, if we won or lost, I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't
But
matter.
yeah, we came off the field, and one guy of the Reapers came up to me and they said to me like, Mushin, stop playing with M4. I said, why? They said like you are playing the same way with your M4 like with the pistol. So what's the reason you're playing with an M4? So
Yeah.
like, okay, because I said like if I play with M4, I'm playing a little bit slower, but I wasn't. I was just playing with an
We're
M4
just doing
like
the same shit you did
just doing
before.
the same shit. So I was like, okay, maybe fair point. I will go back to the pistol.
Yeah, or maybe I listen to that.
So no, it's gonna be a good year. Nice layout.
Yeah,
I'm just curious how they're gonna do it with roughing the whole 50 lane because it's very stacked.
it will be a hard thing, yeah. But they will come up with a solution. I don't know.
I hope
I'll
so
put my
because
trust in them for now.
we
They
will
will
see.
make it happen somehow.
We will see. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah.
I have fives coming up the podcast soon, so I will have a big chat with him too. So.
Ah, perfect. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Okay, last one is
Yeah.
from Adi, the best commentator in the
Ah,
NSL,
the big boy.
the big boy. Actually, a very good question. Any issues with the language barrier as a German player and a Dutch team?
Oh, yeah, kind of. Because want to keep it as a Dutch team. And for now, I have like this period where they look over my English, but in the future I will have to adapt to Dutch, and I'm learning Dutch right now, a little bit, like from home,
Yeah,
and I probably have to step it up a bit more because I'm not learning as fast as I could be.
yeah,
But the goal is to learn Dutch at least, and at least so much that I can communicate on the field in Dutch.
okay,
And until then, I will have to stay English. But
yeah,
for now, it works out.
okay.
The
But
people are cool with.
actually, you're really trying to work it out and
Yeah,
really
I'm
are
really
willing to
trying
learn
to.
it
Definitely. I'm
because
even trying to learn a different language for this.
yeah, because even for our team, we have French guys. I used to have Jesse. It's from the Netherlands. He still
Yeah,
speaks the same language. It doesn't matter. But being in an international team is very difficult. Having international players, I will say. Why? It's always like the language barrier. Even
yeah,
for
it's
us, we
hard.
are
It's hard.
most of the time we are always speaking in Dutch, but because I'm the captain, I'm the coach. I'm saying the things like when I'm doing training and there's only Dams who is speaking English at that time. I can just do my information, explaining myself in Dutch, and Dams just know what the drill is because he's so used to the trainings that I don't need to explain it anymore. He knows it like,
Yeah,
okay, it's
yeah.
this drill, it's nice. But on the end, even when we are playing the majority of the time, I'm always speaking in English. Only if we have like I'm speaking to a specific player, and he's just Belgium, and it's only for him. I'm just speaking Dutch. But
Yeah, you're switching it up then, right? Right.
overall, I'm always trying to prefer speaking English because I don't want, yeah, my other guys holding back down, I will say, and not understanding anything because
Yeah, that's always
it's
a
never
problem.
nice. Because
No,
yeah,
no.
in Belgium we speak three languages:
Yeah,
Dutch,
I was at that point
French,
before, bro. With the
and
Terra
yeah,
Knights, it was really hard for me too,
yeah,
because they're all like, you're always trying to understand a bit, and sometimes you can,
yeah.
but
So
then,
some words you can because German
yeah,
and Belgium, German and Dutch isn't that different.
it's also like the Nordic stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes with the accents and the different areas you come from, it's quite hard still. It's quite
And
hard.
the best thing is, like for me, I'm speaking just maybe with a kind of dialect
Yeah.
in Dutch. But if you go over to West Flanders, they are speaking way different, and it's actually where Jordi and Pyro are coming from. But
Ah,
they don't
okay.
speak that much with the accent. But if they are speaking with the very bad accent of West Flanders, it's insane. You
You can't
will.
understand them, right?
Even guys, even Marshall wouldn't understand everything.
Yeah, I get
And
that. It's here, it's the same. In Germany, there's some areas where I couldn't understand the people if
yeah,
they speak
it's
their own dialect. It's crazy. Sometimes it's crazy. But you have to say, in the end, we are all like making it work, right? We
yeah,
are
we are
all
all
like
trying to make
players
it work,
from
so
different
it's all good.
areas, different nations and stuff, and we still like come together and make it work.
Yeah, definitely. So
Yes.
okay, Hyper, my questions are gone. I'm
All
gonna
right.
ask you one last question. Where can guys and where can the listeners and viewers follow you?
For now, they can only follow me on Instagram. It's at s2n.hyperj. Um, and you should follow the podcast, I would say.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely,
Behind the Mask podcast by Mushe himself. Give him a
definitely.
follow. You will see more episodes in the future. You just heard there will be an episode with fives coming up.
We are trying to
Uh,
get some crazy people on here. We are
maybe
really
even cringe, yeah.
yeah, yeah, maybe even coach. Yeah,
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, so you guys should look forward to that. So give
yeah.
him a
We
follow.
we have some big guests coming. We are really working some. I'm really working something out. I want to make it like a platform where everyone can speak for themselves and just share their stories with everyone, so we can learn from them. It's like just an education book, a listening book where you can learn from other players how they experience the things they did
Yeah,
or how they went in.
It's
Yeah,
needed, definitely.
it's all a different perspective.
Because
So
the more insights you give to the people, even to the non-players out there, the more curiosity you will get and the more the sport will grow as a whole.
yeah,
So
definitely.
you're one of the pillars of the growth right now, bro. It's all on your back, bro. You need to like figure it out now.
We
We're all
all have.
counting on you, bro.
The thing is, we all have a duty in this. Like, yeah, just uh, try to make something. I tried it with making vlogs, but I'm not the guy who is the best in just talking to a camera. I can look to it, but I'm not the best at it because
Maybe you will become one.
I'm more the guy who loves to speak with people.
Yeah.
And I noticed when I went to USA, like the first time I tried to vlog it, I made the part one, but I still need to edit the part two. I still have the second event, US Championships. I still have a
Oh, you
globals,
still got all these?
bro. And even the US Championships, I
Come
filmed,
on, it's time, bro. I want to see.
bro. I filmed every match with my POV and I filmed every match with my barrel cam.
No way.
It's insane. It's all sorted out, no problem. It's
Oh, you
all
have
sorted out.
like 50 hours of content then.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of fucking videos I need to edit and
So
uh,
maybe after this you will cut something together, right?
maybe ever. It's still on my drive. I have to say, like the amount of videos I have from this year is insane. From pickup games, from tournaments, from paintball, from going to USA, going to FCC, everything. I did a lot this year. It
That's
was a
crazy.
nice.
And now you even started a podcast as well.
Yeah.
So you put
Uh,
something on yourself here, bro. You got some work to do, eh?
it was a nice 2024. It really was a hectic year for me. I was a lot of times gone from the house, but yeah, it was all for the better goods. I learned a lot this year, and I really saw. I even told it like to Tristan last time. I noticed while playing in USA, and then going over to globals, I had a big advantage to all the other European guys because I was known to all the USA guys. It was
Yeah.
like,
You just fit right
who,
in, right? Just
yeah, it
came
was
there
like,
and just
who are they? Like kind of how I need to say it. I knew them. Like
yeah.
there was no need for them. I played Murder. I played Tristan a couple of times. I played Tacos already a couple of times. It was not new for me. I knew them. I knew
It's just
like
natural for you at
how,
this
yeah,
point. Yeah.
I knew how where I can work on, where I can set like a trap where they can fall in. Kind of.
Yeah.
You know who the team is.
Yeah, I saw it on the videos, bro. You can definitely tell.
So it was a nice year, and let's hope 2025 is going to be even a better year where I can finally get the gold one. Because
Yeah, bro. I
as you
need
can
that one as
see,
well.
I
Bro, I
only
only
have
have silvers, bro. I can't live with this. I need gold.
bro, I have fucking four third
Fuck's
places and one
sake, bro.
second. It's
Fuck's
insane.
sake.
It's insane.
Bro, this year is our year, bro. We need to like pull through.
And this is only from 1 year. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
It's only
So
1 year. Eh?
it's time to step up our game, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe if I just fuse it, maybe it will become gold. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it will be. No, bro, it's just it wasn't meant to be until now, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to
But
be.
it will be. It will be.
Yeah,
Just
definitely,
trust in the process, and you will
trust
get
in the
there.
process every time.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
last but not least, Hyper, do you want to give some shout outs? The camera is yours.
Yeah,
Tell me.
since I have the time right now, I would say shout out to my team right now, second to none. You know it. Shout out to our main sponsor, Mon Customs, and shout out to Bert. Uh, you can say about this guy whatever you want, but he's got a heart for the sport, and he's very, very, very invested in it. And I think without him, the sport wouldn't be where it is right now, to some extent. So thanks to him as well. And yeah, to our other sponsors, right now we got the Antrax with the jerseys. Perfect fabrics, I have to say for now. We got Rebel Precision with the BBs. Really good BBs, shoot really straight and really little issues with them. And yeah, last but not least, Carbon. You see it on your shirt as well.
Robin.
Yeah, just providing the best masks in the game right now. And I have to decline a call right here because I get a call. Yeah, that's it for now. I think I will shout out my team again. Stop fucking calling me, bro. Sorry for that.
Hey, don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit let off here. But yeah, shout out to our sponsors, shout out to our team, and I hope you guys look forward to what we are cooking up for 2025. And I'm looking forward to seeing you and your new roster on the team.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we will give each other some BBs, and you're gonna have a blast, I think.
Definitely. You always know when I see you running off the field, I need to give you some
Definitely,
extra
bro.
love.
I will find you, bro. We will find
Yeah,
each other. Yeah,
definitely, man. Hey, I have to say, guys,
most
it
definitely.
was again a banger episode. We really had some great talks again. Yeah, just for this now, it will be the last one for 2024. We ended up with Hyper J, new player of second to none. Yeah, it was a good one. See you guys all in 2025.
Definitely.
And yeah, we are trying to grow, and let's hope we will get some more guests on 2025. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. And yeah, guys,
See you guys
peace out.
there. Bye bye.